What's going on, everybody? It's UTXJG the Don on behalf of the game Illuminaughty. And did you really think that we were going to let TBH, Flock, and Ace talk about Infinity War and not some more members of GI plus the Patreon backers who also wanted to talk about it? Nah. We not gonna do that to y'all. So today we got me, UTXJG the Don. We have Nomad and Siggy represent the game Illuminaughty, and we also have Patreon backers King Killjoy, Real Deal, and Waka. So that's what we have on the list today. So let's get into it with our second opinion on Infinity War, GI style. Let's get right to it. Before I even get into anything else on what happened throughout the film, I just want to say a couple things. First, I have been saying, and I have no idea, again, why this is a review, why this should even be allowed in any review of Infinity War. I saw somebody say that the characters were not developed properly. Everything was going too fast.
The New Yorker.
Yep, exactly, Siggy. I said, excuse me, this has been in development for 10 years.
10 fucking years.
They literally
They were legit mad to have a backstory for everybody.
Right, they literally planned this so that everybody's gonna have their own movie. Thor had 3 freaking movies. Captain America had 3 freaking movies. Iron Man had 3 movies. You had 2 Avengers before this. You had Black Panther with his own movie. You had Ant-Man with his own movie. He wasn't in here. You had freaking Spider-Man who came back. A Spider-Man reboot after we already been through that while this was all going on because it wasn't even connected.
2 Hulk movies.
We had failed Hulk movies. Look,
Guardians
it was
had their own movie.
Guardians had 2 movies. This is what I'm. Doctor Strange has his own movie. Everybody had their own movies. Everybody had their own developments. Even Falcon had his own development. Even Scarlet Witch had her own development. Vision had his own development. Black Widow, everybody. The point that I'm trying to get at is you cannot knock Infinity War for not developing the characters because they've been developed multiple times over. Everybody should know who these characters are. If you
Quicksilver doesn't have his own development.
Plus the thing is though, it's already a sequel. It's a part 3 to the Avengers. So it's almost like, how would you not know, even if you didn't watch anybody else with the first 2 Avengers, who some of these characters are? How could you sit there and say with a straight face they just dropped everybody on here like like it was nothing?
Right. Right, the only character that you would be mentioned if you only watched the 2 Avengers would be Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and the Guardians, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think everybody else.
Spider-Man, but
and Spider-Man. Yeah, so it's only those the second wave of Marvel movies that you would be missing out on. Everybody else are pretty much developed if you only watched those 2 Avengers.
I would say the Guardians are developed because they had 2 before this came out.
No, we're talking about if they only saw Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you only saw Avengers, the first Avengers in Age of Ultron. So, like I said, that's just irrelevant. That kind of pissed me off. But I'm going to ask you all a question before, again, we get to it. Because I don't know if anybody else is in here that did not know, because we're literally talking about it for months. And if you read the comic books, you already know how Thanos gets down. And this was the whole reason why we were trying to figure out how everything was going to go down. We knew that people were going to die. That was a given. The thing that we were trying to figure out was who was going to die. Now, before we even get into any names, because we're going to say that for the actual end of the discussion, but I'm going to go around and I'm going to say just a quick yes or no. Out of all the people that died, were you surprised at anybody that died? Like, it could be one person, it could be multiple people. Were you surprised at how many people ended up dying in this movie? So we're going to start off from the top. Killjoy, yes or no?
Yes.
Nomad.
Yes.
Real Deal.
Yes.
Siggy.
Yes.
Waka.
Yes.
And me an emphatic yes. It was just some character I was like, wow. Even though, again, I knew it was coming, it was just seeing it in movie form that I was like, yo, like, we kind of had an attachment to some of these characters. And for them to just slip away like that, it was just kind of crazy. It was definitely an emotional moment, and everybody that had been involved in Infinity War, they were telling us, look, brace yourself, because it's going to happen, and you're going to feel some type of way. And we definitely did feel some type of way. Again, it was
didn't Hulk kind of spoil it by saying that?
Yeah, it was.
He almost did.
Yeah, it was some actors that were kind of getting into it, so they had to tell everybody like chill. And they say that they were hiding some things from the actors themselves about the movie. So it was crazy. It was definitely a roller coaster at the end. So with that being said, let's get into the discussion on Infinity War. Starting from the beginning. So if you have not seen Thor Ragnarok, I don't know how you haven't, but I guess there are still some people out there that have not seen it. But literally, Infinity War begins where Thor Ragnarok ends. If you remember the ending of Thor Ragnarok, the Asgardian ship, when they were trying to get away, they ran to this big ass ship, and everybody was like, "Whose ship is this? Whose ship is this?" It was Thanos' ship. Absolutely confirmed.
Right, because you remember, if you go back to that Thor review, Real Deal himself predicted it.
This guy.
I think everybody knew.
We knew.
Okay.
We knew, but anyway, so that's what
I
it
think
begins.
it kind of makes that movie though have like a terrible ending, huh? I mean,
Yeah, for real.
Kinda.
I mean, the hero, he finally was, proclaimed king of the Asgardians and all that. It's like, oh, we're gonna go find a planet.
minutes
Yeah,
later.
nope.
Yeah,
It's like, literally.
let's go find a new civilization. And Thanos was like, "Bitch, you thought you got something that I need on this ship." So obviously, if you were not in the know, the Tesseract has a space stone, right? And Loki ended up grabbing it on Thor Ragnarok before Asgard got destroyed. So Thanos knew. He pulled up with his crew and was like, "Bitch, let me get that stone up off you." Loki was like, "Okay, I'll give it to you." Nope, we got a Hulk, bitch. And as soon as that happened, we was like, "Oh, we finna get it cracking, right?" Nope. Thanos got them hands. Thanos has those hands and beat the shit out of the Hulk. That was a crazy moment.
To be fair, he had 2 stones on top of that.
Yes, he had 1 stone. He already had. He had the power stone. That was the only one that he had at that particular moment.
Yeah, okay, right. He had 1 stone, but he had 1 stone. That was the power stone.
Yeah. Absolutely. So again, Thanos had the upper hand. He knew how to box this nigga. So Hulk got in his feelings. He definitely got in his feelings after that. So he was like,
which we kind of saw that in Thor, in that movie, Ragnarok. So it was kind of like a precursor to this. He doesn't like to get beat, and whenever it was kind of like a draw, I guess, in that movie.
Yeah, he got emotional because you remember, he was having a conversation with Thor, like, "Yeah, I beat you," like throwing little jazz back.
The thing that threw me off about that though, because if anybody who knows Hulk gets stronger from each hit as angry as he gets.
Yes,
he's
that's
getting
true.
beat bad, so he's supposed to get stronger, but he didn't. I don't know if because it was a side effect to the stone or what that caused him to do that.
It could have possibly
been. If Thanos
been.
not had that stone, boy, he'd have got worked. I'm telling y'all.
He would have definitely got some
Nobody
scratches.
acting
He would have got some scratches for sure. But in any case, that happened. So Hulk got beat, and Thor was down, and then Loki was like, "All right, I'm gonna give you the stone. Like, I'm not gonna play any more tricks." And then he still tried to stab this nigga, and Thanos was like, "Bitch, I saw that already." Hit him with the space stone, froze him in time, and then choked his ass out and killed him, presumably for good this time. Because if you did not know, Loki already died and he got resurrected before. So that's when it ended up happening on that one. We all thought that Thor was going to die because basically he took the space stone and then dipped out, him and his crew. But Heimdall, he in the last ditch effort, because he was still alive, if you don't know this, Idris Elba, he ended up sending Hulk back to the Earth to warn everybody else. So that's what happened with that. Hulk ended up being the messenger in this particular situation. And again, we thought that Thor was going to be left for dead because he was just left in space and the entire ship was already destroyed. So that's what happened in that part. Hulk ended up landing on Earth, right where Doctor Strange is. He had to warn him about Thanos. Doctor Strange is like, "Oh shit, who is Thanos? If he coming at my time stone, then obviously he's a threat to me, and to the entire Earth if he's trying to destroy the Earth too." He ended up reaching out to Iron Man because he was like, "I don't know who else to talk to," so he reached out to Iron Man, and then they came through. And I like the dialogue. I don't know about you, I actually did like the dialogue between Iron Man and Doctor Strange because they both have similar personalities, I feel like. But I feel like Iron Man is definitely more of the misogynist in this situation. Doctor Strange is a little bit more calm, but when he was first beginning in Doctor Strange, like, he was a real egotistic maniac.
He was the best. He
was.
So again, I don't know if you all feel like that, but I like their dialogue when they first started, talking.
I definitely like that. You can feel it between, like, oh, they got good chemistry.
And they were a perfect match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, right when they were trying to figure that shit out, guess who pulled up? Ebony Maw and Cole Obsidian. So they were the first ones to pull up because he was like, "Go find me the stone." So they were like, "All right, bet. We're gonna go try to get the time stone first." Hulk did not show up again after he got beat by Thanos. He was trying to make him come out, and it did not happen. Hulk was not for that shit again. He like, I'm not trying to pull up with the hands. So he was useless during this battle. As you saw the big ass ship approach, everybody's going crazy. They don't know what's going on. Spider-Man also, senses with his spider senses that something is popping. So he goes to try to help the situation as well. I really like the battle.
Which is a funny scene, by the way, in that bus.
Oh yeah, because he said, look, I need a distraction. We're all gonna die. It's homie. So it was a little comedic relief, just so he can get a distraction and get away. I really like the battle between Ebony Maw and Doctor Strange, because Ebony Maw has some dope ass powers as well. They're really similar to Doctor Strange, just minus him, like Doctor Strange actually using magic.
He basically has the Force.
Yeah, he has the Force, absolutely. So that was a dope ass battle. Like Doctor Strange, even though like he's S tier, he's definitely S tier Marvel characters with his powers, and we saw a lot of that. But Ebony Maw was like, he was like, okay, like you kind of got something, but nah, let me get that time stone up off you. Doctor Strange ended up putting an actual magic rune, magic spell on the time stone so that no one can actually grab it. So Ebony Maw was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna take you then, and we're gonna kill you, cause like I don't give a fuck about your life. Like I need that time stone. So that's what ended up happening. Ebony Maw got the best of Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange did end up chilling out Cold Obsidian. It took him to another place on the Earth. So that was a little funny moment. Yeah, that was a little funny moment. He ended up, distracting him for now, so he couldn't do anything. Ebony Maw still ended up getting him. Iron Man and Spider-Man ended up chasing Ebony Maw when he put Doctor Strange on the ship. So that's what happened in that first part. In the meantime, before they even get to the actual battle, they're trying to figure out where Vision is, because they're like, well, if he's trying to go after the time stone, they're trying to go after the other stones then, right? So they know that Vision obviously has the mind stone in them. So they're like, where's Vision? And Stark is like, well, I haven't heard from Vision in a minute because he turned off his communications. So that's problematic. And he was like, who's the only person that knows where he is? He's like, Captain America, but they haven't spoken in a minute. So he's about to call him, but then that's when Ebony Maw and Cole pulled up, so they had to put that on hold. Again, Hulk can't do shit. So he may have been able to make a difference, but he did not. So that's what ended up happening on their first part on Earth. So what you all think about this particular I guess just whole bunch of scenes? What do you think about it, Siggy?
I really did not like the whole, Hulk being in his feelings kind of thing and not wanting to come out throughout the movie. It just kind of bugged me, because you saw the the previews and all that. They make it look like Hulk was in the battle. That famous GIF that there's other GIF, whatever's out there, where they all running and they have Hulk. That wound up being a complete lie in the end, if you think about it.
It was a smart marketing though.
He never came out. I know, but still, I can't see the Avengers without Hulk at this point at all, and that's pretty much what happens in this movie. The first 2 seconds of the movie, and that's it.
Like everybody been saying, man, Thanos beat him so bad he didn't want to come back out.
It just doesn't sit right though. You know what I mean? It just.
I feel you.
I was thinking that at this part, like since he was having problems, it kind of reminded me like somebody like who got erectile dysfunction or something. Like, no, look, I can't perform when I need to. You know what I mean? So that's what that was kind of like. But I thought that like he wasn't going to have a problem later on throughout the movie, but that was kind of really the theme throughout the entire thing. Nomad, what you think about these scenes?
I think they were like the fight scenes were well executed. The CG from that particular part, within that fight scene was really done. Ebony Maw power is really dope. The effects with Strange and the portals and stuff like that was great. I'm not too mad about the Hulk thing, only because I know it's just it's going to set up for his when he does return. It's going to be like totally badass when he does get out his feelings. But sometimes you get beat, man. You just can't fight right now, bro. You don't want to, Hey,
it's like what's yeah.
Who was that? It was one of those Twitter gifs I saw online not too long ago. This guy got hit in the face. He's standing in your face.
No, it's Ronda Rousey. She got knocked out.
Yeah, she got knocked out. They don't want to fight no more, right?
Yeah, you want to come back, right?
Yeah. So I'm cool with it. I mean, they did have Hulk Buster. They still had something related, so it was all good.
I'm surprised you knew how to work the Hulk Buster too.
He's so
He's
smart.
smart. He's smart. So
Yeah, he's a scientist, so he's one of the brilliant brains.
absolutely. Killjoy, what do you think about these scenes?
I think that it's definitely a good way to open up the movie. Kind of, for the people who were sitting there talking about, we don't understand the backstory. There wasn't enough development. Like,
There it goes right there.
the first 40 minutes, like it's developing. It's getting to everything. I like the interactions, like everyone said, between Iron Man and Doctor Strange. Like just intellectually and like their egos.
That
you can
banter.
see. This is the back and forth. I was one of the people that like throughout the whole movie, I'm like, so is Hulk ever gonna stop being pussy? Like, what? Like, yeah, I like the whole opening sequence. One of my favorite villains in this movie was definitely Ebony Maw.
Yeah.
Just because of his power, but it's like it's not really explaining what it is, but it's kind of like someone said, it's literally just the Force. Like that's all he does. The fight, everything getting getting Spider-Man involved with that fight, and how Spider-Man ends up getting a different suit as well. I think that was dope.
Yeah, that was fire. I like how they introduced that.
Because I was like, oh dang, like because I was thinking about it when he was on the ship and it's going all the way up to space. I'm like, he's kind of in like a regular ass suit, like he's.
I say he ain't gonna be able to breathe that long.
And then it started happening. Tony calls in. What did he say? He said, yeah, send out suit 17A. Spider-Man gets a whole new suit with a little bit of new things to it added. I mean, that was cool. So yeah, I definitely like the way they opened this movie. The killing of Loki though was a little. It caught me off guard, but then I'm like, I read the comics, so I kind of. I understood, but it was like, dang, like they really just outed him like first 10 minutes in the movie.
I expected it, but it's like
No, it's early.
I was happy that it happened so early. It really put a different light on Thanos. Yeah, it really set the tone of like, look, Thanos is nobody to fuck with, and he will kill you if you stand in his way.
Yeah, because that was my thing. I'm like, Loki, like when you think about the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe that they've been introducing since the first Thor movie, he's been there, and now he's just like 10 minutes into the movie, dead, gone, choked out. Not you don't know what happened. So I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, Waka, you got any thoughts? Yes, I really liked all those parts. All right, let's move on. he's probably busy. We'll catch him in a minute. All right, move on to the next part where and I might be out of order because I forgot exactly what happened. But yeah, we'll get through everything. But you go to the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're going after the distress signal, which is the ship that Thor and Loki just got bodied on. They end up finding Thor. He's not dead, and I thought that there was a slim chance that he might have died too, but he is a god, so he ended up surviving. Gamora ends up revealing that she's holding a secret. Didn't tell Star-Lord what it was, but she was like, look, you gotta kill me if I get captured by Thanos. I know how my dad is. And he's like, no, I love you, like all that savvy shit. But this is where the comedic relief comes in, because you already know if Rocket Raccoon and Groot don't have anything, then Star-Lord is gonna have something up his sleeve. So he was mocking the shit out of Thor. That little accent was hilarious. So
that was hilarious.
He said, "Are you mocking me? Are you?" He said, "Look, his voice got deeper."
Are you making your voice deeper?
No, I am not. I'm not making my voice deeper.
I always talk like this.
Right. So that
was threatened, boy.
Oh, there's Waka. So yeah, this part was hilarious. I like the comedic relief in this one. So what they decide to do, because Thor is like, look, I can't defeat Thanos in his current state. He already has 2 Infinity Stones, and he's going after the third right now, which is the Reality Stone. They already know where he's going. He's going to nowhere where the Collector is, because he has a stone. So they were like, all right, Thor, I'm gonna go my own way because I need a weapon. I need a Thanos buster. So he ends up going to this other place to make this axe. And Rocket Raccoon goes with him. He's like, oh yeah, this seems cool. And Groot is up going with him too. He's like, all right, so we'll go this way, and the morons can go the other way. So I found it. Yeah, we're not morons. so I found that hilarious. So they end up splitting up. Gamora, Star-Lord, Drax, and Mantis end up going to nowhere to try to stop Thanos before he gets the Reality Stone. So that's what happened on that particular part. In the meantime, because again, this movie just jumps from place to place to place. I'm not exactly mad at it because it's a lot to try to fit into 2.5 hours. So
you got look at it like this too. That's just exactly how it is in comics. Like you will get from one scene, like you have action going on, and then all of a sudden the next page
be like
is a whole different. Yeah, meanwhile over there, exactly what they did. So.
Yeah.
You know?
So again, you gotta. It's, again, if you haven't watched all the movies, man, I'm sorry if there's not enough character development for you. Like we already know who the characters are. Yeah. Like so, come on, that bullshit. So anyways, we move to where Vision and Scarlet, they're having themselves a secret love vacation somewhere. So
get in my mind.
yeah. So it's just like whatever on these parts. But Vision wants Scarlet Witch to stay because they're not supposed to be there for long. Vision has to get back. And meanwhile, while they're doing that, Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive, which are also Thanos' children, they pull up and they're trying to get the Mind Stone for Vision. They know where it is. They end up entering Vision through this battle. But Scarlet Witch, again, if y'all don't know, Scarlet Witch is an S tier Marvel character as well. She doesn't show it a lot, but they could do a lot more. Like Scarlet Witch can fuck some shit up. But she ends up doing what she can to try to save Vision. But they end up getting into a little pickle, and then Black Widow, Falcon, and Captain America pull up because, again, like Iron Man said, Captain America knows where Vision was. So they end up pulling up, and they end up saving Vision and Scarlet Witch. And then Proxima Midnight and Corvus have to back up, and they'll come back later. But again, Vision is injured, so they need to try to find a refuge to try to figure out what they want to do with Vision, because Vision wants Scarlet Witch to just go ahead and kill him, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm in love," and doesn't want to do anything. So that's their current situation. So they end up going back to where War Machine is, and keep in mind that Captain America is still on America's shit list. They not fucking with him, so they're like, you need to arrest them. Nah, they're prisoners of war. And he like, whatever, fuck y'all. Like, I'm gonna cut off these comms. So they end up meeting up again, and ultimately they can't stay there either. They need to figure out a way to get the Mind Stone off of Vision because Scarlet Witch doesn't want to kill him. So ultimately they're like, I know where to go. We can go to Wakanda. And,
welcome home, everybody.
Yeah, this ends up being more problematic than it needs to, but this sets the scene for one of the final battles. So what you all think about Scarlet Witch's Vision part, and then like whatever was happening with that? We'll start off with Killjoy.
The Scarlet Witch Vision part, it kind of pissed me off because I know that those are two of the strongest people in the Avengers, and like they really just wasn't doing shit. Like they got their asses handed to them in that fight.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting here like, I get it, Vision, you got stabbed by the little blade thing.
Yeah.
But like Scarlet Witch is strong as hell, and they really don't. They like you said, they don't show it in these movies at all.
Well, she's
like,
trying to
Scarlet
hold
Witch
back though, because you know what happened in Civil War. She's
scared. She's scared too. Yeah, because she. Yeah.
I get it.
So it's kind of like what's her face on X-Men. She's afraid to use her full power.
Yeah,
Jean Grey.
Like Jean, yeah.
But it's one of those things that's like, you know what you're capable of, and you see that they're after this Infinity Stone. Like, you know something's up. Like, you really need to just kind of, you can't really pull back here. Like, you just can't. But I mean, it was definitely dope. Kind of like I said, this introducing all the characters, tying everyone together. You know, that is something I appreciated about the movie.
I think the only thing that, or maybe they did it on purpose, because they kept having Vision have he pretty much having migraines with this Mind Stone going ape shit, right? So maybe
like I know what's gonna happen, and maybe it was messing with him.
Yeah, maybe it was messing with him. Like maybe it was like maybe it was holding it back, or at least maybe his power wasn't all there because his brain was kind of getting fried by that Mind Stone or something. I don't know.
I definitely wanted to think that, but then at the same time, it's like when he really needed to fight, he could do it.
That's true.
They got caught off guard. They got stabbed off guard.
This is true. Yeah, that's true.
They caught them when they was looking puppy dog eyes, at each other. They stabbed them.
What do you think about the whole his human form and all that? I think that was kind of
looks just like him without the red paint.
Yeah.
I think
he's just like him.
It's just weird. You gotta accept what you are.
He's an Englishman.
He gotta love the skin he in and stop bullshitting.
But
right. I mean, she loves him either way, so I feel like it don't matter.
Kind of like Mystique.
Yeah, but you know how he's a robot. He's like an advanced AI, so this is what he thinks. Like he wants to be human. That's what his human counterpart.
Yeah, he wants to be normal, so they can have like a normal relationship. I understand it.
Yeah, I didn't particularly care for this scene too much. I mean, I liked it. I'll say I didn't care to the scene up until the way Captain America made his entrance in. But then that I'm like, I love. I'm next. Where's the action? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear like, feelings and stuff right now. This is Avengers, damn it. We're trying to see some pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was just kind of like y'all could have left that part out.
Yeah,
Like
that part
don't
could've been
nobody
left out. We
care.
saw something else.
We know that y'all are in love and we understand the situation, but y'all are causing more problems. I think I know why they did it.
Right.
Because
Captain
due to them being in love, Vision needs to go. But you're like, no,
Yeah.
let's find a way to separate them. We're going to be able to live together.
Yeah.
If we could just, I understand that part, but it was
Yeah.
kind of weak. I would have to agree.
Yeah, another thing is the way they got Scarlet Witch in this right here, like it's still like she knows she's like super strong, but she's still in development of what her powers could like, the dangers she can do with her powers or the great she can do with her powers at the same time. So she's still early in development, so we can't give her like the S tier that we know that she can do because she's still like kind of newish.
One of the things that we did get from these scenes that we were talking about just now was we finally know what happened to Hawk and what's his face?
Ant-Man.
And Ant-Man. Yeah.
Fuck, I missed that. What happened?
You want to explain it? You go ahead.
Go ahead, you do it.
Okay,
Or-
so
Go
Cap was basically saying, I think Hawkeye and Clinton Scott, he was like, they could have dealt with the government or something like that, or they were on a mission. It was something along those lines. It was on some type of mission.
Oh, I missed that.
So that's why, because everybody been asking, where's Hawkeye? Where's Hawkeye and Ant-Man? I'm also wondering, where's Valkyrie at though?
I think also they kind of maybe hint that they're gonna be in the
Ant-Man in the
Ant-Man
Wasp.
movie, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what I was saying too. I was like, oh, so he's gonna be Ant-Man in the Wasp.
that has to be to where they're pretty much setting that up. But hey, keep an eye out for this and not in this movie. But they're working on because they made it sound like they were working for. Which would be kind of strange because they were on Captain America's side, but it almost made it look like they were working for the government. So
Right.
what's
Yeah,
against?
right?
But they both family, man.
I think they
too,
said they
so.
took a plea deal, right?
That was that what it was, yeah, because they both had the family. Yeah.
Yeah, when you do look at the Ant-Man trailer, you do see because he's got the ankle bracelet monitor or something like that on him. So yeah, that might be what it is.
So I think what I'm
Interesting.
thinking is I'm thinking Ant-Man takes place. It starts like maybe before Infinity War.
Oh, yeah,
ends,
Right before, yeah.
and then
Yeah,
they'll
that's the
end like when Ant-Man ends. That's when Infinity War ends, and that's
Yeah.
what I think is gonna happen.
Real
so
true.
That was a pretty significant information there. Kind of a little maybe precursor also to the future.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for Ant-Man and Wasp. We're gonna do a review on that one as well. You already know. Moving on. So, once you get to, actually, you go back to Nowhere. You pan back there where you see the Guardians are about to see what Thanos is doing, and they're trying to prevent him from getting the Reality Stone from the Collector. They end up coming up with the plan, or Star-Lord wants to come up with the plan, but nobody's listening to him. Gamora pulls straight up. Drax is just bloodthirsty. He wants to kill Thanos as well. But Gamora ends up getting to him and ends up killing him like super easy, or so we thought, because Thanos was like, gotcha, bitch. Reality Stone on that ass. So he already has a Reality Stone, and he set this false reality for them to place him in a trap. Obviously, nobody can handle them. Now this nigga has 3 Infinity Stones, and he ready to go and get the rest. But he ends up getting Gamora because obviously he needs her because he knows the secret. And what we end up finding out a little bit later is it's due to where the Soul Stone location is. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. She doesn't really just yet, but she knows where that shit is. So he ended up taking his daughter back, and Gamora's like, look, you need to do what you need to do. Like I told you, kill me. And he was about to pull the trigger. And Thanos was like, I like you. You actually about to do it.
Boyfriend.
but no, due to reality, it's some bubbles instead of a regular laser. So
that was messed up, bro.
yeah. So the Reality Stone is crazy. You literally fuck with people. Like it was crazy. Like he ended up turning Drax into some like some spaghetti or something. He turned all of them into spaghetti.
Yeah, some blocks.
Like some slinky, blocks or something. Yeah. So he ended up messing with them. He stopped all of them, and then he ended up dipping out with Gamora in hand. So once again, they failed. Now Thanos has 3 stones.
L.
Yeah, so that's what happened on that part. And then we'll talk about this next part. We go back to Ebony Maw's ship. He's getting ready to basically torture and then kill Doctor Strange. But Iron Man and Spider-Man got on the ship, and Spider-Man throws some puns about some movies. He was like, "Did you see Aliens?"
You see aliens?
Yeah,
You
he
see
said
Aliens?
Alien. Yeah, he said.
Which
He said
was
you gotta see that really really old movie called Aliens. That was it.
Right.
What was funny about that, I tweeted about that, is that James Cameron came out and said, I hope people get Avengers fatigue and all this stuff.
Yeah, hating.
To watch. And yet here they are paying homage to him by putting an Aliens reference because that's
He
one of his
gotta
movies.
apologize, bro.
So I thought it was funny because right away when I watched that, I was like, "Wow, look at this!" And he didn't even see the movie, and I bet he's probably like, "Damn, I bet he feels like shit now."
Yeah, I wonder does he care now afterwards? So we don't know. But in any case, they end up pulling the trick to open up a hole in the ship, and Ebony Maw ends up getting sucked out of it, and he's lost in space now. That nigga dead, or at least so we thought.
Nah, he did.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of upset by that because we saw.
I thought it was
Me too.
Pulling up on everybody.
Me too.
It reminded me of Bane's death in the Dark Knight Rises. So it's like kind of like an anticlimactic death. It's like, oh, come on, that's how he goes out. Nah.
Yeah, I was like, for real.
Yeah, I did some research and looked at the comics, and Ebony Maw definitely don't be going out like that. So they end up killing him off a little bit too early for my taste, because he was definitely one of the strongest ones in Thanos' crew.
I didn't really mind him dying that early though. I mean,
Not-
he was cool.
not
but
at that
It was just
particular
how
part,
it
no.
was just kind of like sudden though. Like
He probably come back. He's an alien. He's life, so he probably has a chance. Who knows? He probably wrapped himself up with something before he went. But according to the way the camera panned, like he was frozen.
Nah, yeah, they show his face. He was,
Yeah,
I was like I wouldn't have been mad if like they didn't show him how fucking OP it was. Like beat the shit out of fucking Iron Man and all them with ease and Doctor Strange, you know.
Yeah, I was hoping for Doctor Strange to get out, and then they just have another epic battle of the minds.
Well, they can't destroy the shit now.
I think they can't destroy the ship, but I was kind of looking for something like that. So, but it didn't happen.
They just outsmarted him. They just outsmarted him.
They did kind of destroy it, but in any case, Ebony Maw died, and then Iron Man and Doctor Strange try to find out what's going on now, because they know that again, like Ebony Maw was going to take Doctor Strange directly to Titan to hand the time stone to Thanos, so they at least know where it's going. And Iron Man was like, look, we need to do something that he's not expecting. Let's take the fight to him. And after a bunch of banter or whatever, Doctor Strange reluctantly agrees, but he also tells him, he like, look, if it's between you, Spider-Man, and the time stone, I'm choosing the time stone, so y'all niggas can go. Like he made that abundantly clear, and Iron Man was like, all right, well, let's do it. So they end up taking the ship, and they are going to Titan. So again, Killjoy, starting off with you, what'd you think about the scene with the Guardians on Nowhere, and what'd you think about the scene with Ebony Maw on the ship?
The scene with the Guardians and Nowhere, it's just, I like it just because of like you see like what the possibility of the Reality Stone really is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like almost anything that involved the Guardians in this movie kind of irked me, just because of like their lack of refinement and like working as a team. Like there's other parts in the movie that we haven't got to yet where like people just don't keep their shit together, and like it messes up all the plans.
Absolutely dysfunctional. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And I mean, if everyone was just kind of on the same page with them, it'd be better. I still like it because, like I said, you get to see the Reality Stone and everything, and that's just because it caught me off guard too. I'm like, wow, really, Gamora took Thanos out like that? Like, right. Thor got beat, like Hulk got beat, and then Gamora just 2 seconds stabbed him, and it's like, nah, I got you. The fight with back on the ship with Iron Man and Spider-Man and everything, I liked it, and I had the same thought. I'm like, wow, like this is really how y'all kill him off. Like,
I can't believe y'all really liked Ebony Maw like that. I mean,
Yes, he was
cool.
dope.
He was dope. I mean, like I like how they did it. They outsmarted him. He was throwing too much stuff around.
I just think it was too quick though. Like it was like I was expecting a fight. Like I mean, it had that same ending, but at least have it to where it took like a last second effort to get that.
Because when you think about the other villains in this movie, you see multiple fights. With him, it's just those two.
Well, you gotta think about it, right?
Fights.
Like how do you get rid of somebody that's real strong? Because a person that thinks like that, they usually like overthink. So he did the best way he could, like suck his ass out of space. He wasn't ready for that. That's how you do it. I mean, technically, it played like how it's supposed to be played, because you don't want to have a big battle on ship. The whole ship would have blown up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need the ship so they can get back to the next spot to continue to move, so they can flow better. So they had to do it that way. But sometimes you have to like outthink or outsmart this one of the smartest like minds. I won't say he's smartest mind in the universe, but the smartest minds on that ship at the time.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. That's true.
Which is another thing. Like, if he was so smart, I feel like he would have had some sort of like some sort of plan if something like that were to happen.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't know. He didn't expect him to be on the ship.
This is true. This is also
that
true.
is true.
So they did catch him off guard for that battle.
Yeah, because remember what happened? Spider-Man caught Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, cause you know he's here like, congratulations, kid, you're an Avenger now. Like,
Oh yeah, the way
was
he knighted him was so funny as hell.
He put his arm on his shoulders like, dun, dun, you're an Avenger.
Yeah, he hit. Yeah, because that's how I think in England that's what they do. Like,
Well,
when they
look,
hit somebody,
the
they
thing was,
kneel and they hit them with the sword on both sides and say you're now the sir, blah blah blah, you're a knight now. So that's
The thing
what he
was though, my theater started clapping too. After they started laughing, I was like, you know what? That actually is cool because he had been wanting that for about like 2 years now. So
did. Yeah,
Right.
Could have had it though. And he turned it down.
Yeah, he said he had it, but he wasn't ready yet. He wasn't because he remember the whole movie. That's what he wanted to be in the Spider-Man.
this is true. Yeah.
But now it was just perfect timing. He had no choice because he got that new suit which was godlike.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what
But
definitely do.
let's give it up for we gotta give it up for Doctor Strange's cape. That cape was OP, bro.
The cape is the savior.
The cape is king, man. And the reality stone scene was pretty dope. I knew it was reality stone because I mean like it happened too fast. I already knew that. Nah, here we go.
Thanos got
Yeah,
killed
I'm like
by
that.
one knife.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, come on, not in the heart. That little small thing, nah.
It's funny though, because even though she stabbed him, like I knew that he wasn't dead, but
Yeah, you
like
didn't
I
see
but I
no
thought that
like
it was
that.
actually going to be him in that specific moment. They did get me. I just thought that he was just going to shrug it off and be like, "Look, I'm still going to grab you and do whatever." But it ended up being an illusion. So, like I said, that was a surprise for me.
Yeah.
Are you shocked? Are you shocked that he didn't kill, like, let's say Drax? Like, if that wasn't really him dead at that point, I kind of.
No, he just
kinda
wanted to
thought that-
show off. He wanted to show off the power.
No,
I
you
think
know
that's
what?
it was.
You know what? I did think so for a split second. I thought that he did kill them with that with that reality stone move, but no, they came back. So
I think there's gonna, get them right there.
Now, is it just me, or did you want to see Howard the Duck in the collector's area? Because they showed him at the end of the. Which movie was it that he was on? It was Guardians of the Galaxy. It was
It was the first one. Guardians
He
of the
was-
Galaxy.
yeah. So I was expecting just to have it be there, like kind of like, whoa, what the hell is this? And just kind of like jet out, just have a little cameo. But they did. I just thought. I thought of that. Come on, show
They kind of wasted Benicio right there.
I was just like, whatever on that boy. I didn't really care, but yeah, that duck. People were talking about that duck for a minute because they didn't know what it was. Howard the Duck. All right. So let's move on to the next scene. So back on Thanos' ship, we find out that he got Nebula. Nebula, she's a persistent little chick, man. Like she really hates her dad. Even more than Gamora does. Yeah, so she tried to kill Thanos again. And they ended up catching her and ended up torturing her throughout the entire time. So Thanos already knew what was up. Gamora was still trying to lie. But he still has love for her. He's like, look, like I didn't raise you to be no liar. Like you're a terrible liar. Yeah, you're terrible at lying.
So you're bad at it.
So Nebula had a little signal on her with Gamora basically saying that she knew where it was, but she burned the map to where the Soul Stone was. So this was the other question that I wanted to ask that I forgot. Who thought that the Soul Stone was on Wakanda? Because I think that that's what everybody was alluding to.
Nah,
but
yeah.
I know.
I knew it wasn't.
I kind of thought it was because of the trailers,
Nah.
like, you know how that big fight scene in Wakanda, but
yeah.
They got everybody though. They got everybody. Nobody knew where it was at.
Yeah,
I knew it was in space somewhere.
Well, I guess that was gonna be my next question. Are you happy that he wound up being in the Boromir or whatever the hell?
No, I
like the way they put it there because it's a soul stone.
Nah, man, I wanted to be in Wakanda. I wanted them to find a way to work that in.
Nah.
But at the same time, we were talking about this too. When we watched Black Panther, we found out that they basically can talk to the dead anyways when you go through the Black Panther ritual. So I guess the Soul Stone don't even matter.
Right.
well, see, that was I saw a theory. Like we thought because the heart-shaped herb comes from the plant, which comes from the vibranium in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
People were thinking because that has soul stone properties that the stone was actually part of the tree.
Nah. I know you're saying. I know
Okay,
you're saying.
yeah.
I know you're saying, but nah, it's like because it wouldn't be destroyed that easily by fire and that like that. I knew it was gonna be out space because that's one of the most powerful zones. It's a souls, so like nobody can actually just like.
Why you keep saying soul like that? Cause
Soul,
I like to say soul.
like the Soul Train.
Look, let me talk. Yeah, I'm doing it from the soul. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I knew that by the previous movies that we already knew what a time stone was, and we knew what the mind stone was, and they always kept saying that we have two strong gem.
Yeah, so
See,
that was the only
I
one.
was actually they kept alluding to that balance thing that you know, when she was a child. I thought maybe it was like in there. She had it the whole
red
time.
stone, yeah.
That-
Yeah.
they made it look like that was it. Like he had it the whole time and he gave it to her, not even realizing it. I was like, okay, it's gonna be that, right? It's inside this damn thing. That's why she's, you know, has a secret. But it wound up not being there. It wound up being this planet in the middle of nowhere. Like, that's kind of a letdown because it was kind of like you kind of hope that at least, you know, you knew that it could have been something right in front of your eyes. So that, you know,
Yeah, in plain sight.
I think it makes sense for it to be there just because of what you have to do.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. But so we end up finding out that the Soul Stone was on Vermeer. It's on this random space planet. And one of the things we end up running into is our old friend Red Skull from the first Captain America movie. We found out that he didn't really die, and I watched this scene immediately after the movie.
Yeah,
I had to get a refresher.
Didn't die, yeah. Well, I saw from the beginning, yeah, he got sucked into the Tesseract.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And the Space Stone sent them off to Vermeer,
Yeah.
and he ended up being cursed. So that's what happened to Red Skull. So he finally made another appearance. There he is. He is now the Stone Keeper, and apparently multiple people have been coming here trying to get the Soul Stone, but failing at it. So he has to show people like where the Soul Stone is and what to do for it. So basically, you have to trade a soul for a soul. It has to be someone who you love dearly. Gamora was in there cracking the fuck up. She like, nigga, you don't love me. Gucci, you don't love me.
You don't love nothing.
I think I love her. So basically that's what happened. But this
that should be
dude,
fun of the tears too.
this dude Thanos started shedding tears, bro. And she's still like,
Only time
nah.
that nigga
Like
cry.
she like, are you really doing this? Nah, you don't love me. I don't believe it. But
And then when-
apparently it worked. After a little bit of backstory, you see like how Gamora grew up. He went on her planet. They destroyed everybody. He ended up grabbing her.
No, they killed
half of the people.
Balance,
half of the
balance,
people
baby.
for the balance. That's the whole point of the movie. So they killed half of the people. And he ended up grabbing her and being her daddy throughout the entire situation. So
Adopted her.
yeah, he adopted her. So that's what happened. They had a little backstory on that and talked about like a little bit about Titan and whatnot. So basically they were just trying to like. They were trying to make Thanos be more human, which
They were
it's
trying
still
to humanize him.
yeah, they were trying to humanize him, and
fuck that.
they failed in my eyes because we already know who Thanos is and what he can do. But
I think they did pretty well.
They did good. I felt
because they threw
yeah.
they threw because it made they threw Gamora's character off.
F
She- you know
that,
how much she
bruh.
hated.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
just
they
saying,
showed
bruh.
that part. I'm just talking
in
about the
same
humanizing
scene,
Thanos.
like, they showed. Yeah, in
I'm
that
still
same
I'm
scene,
still
not only
dying
they
when he
showed,
did though. Like
what
after he left, he just
I
tossed
know.
her ass, bro.
I know. I was like, damn.
Oh, he just tossed him, bro.
He was like, sorry, sorry, I have to. I was like, okay.
He said, you stopped me. You stopped me one time. Yeah, you stopped me one time. I can't let you do it again.
Yeah,
Hey,
Oh,
look, he was
no.
chasing his goals though. You feel me?
he was chasing
So-
his goals.
But he tossed it. Well, you mean, and technically, she wasn't his kid. So I mean, he just happened to feel like
This
you know,
is
had love
this
for
is
her,
also
you know.
true, but he loved
know.
her, so yeah, he
Yeah.
tossed her down, and then the little scene ended up coming up. He woke up in like some water or something.
He's back on the outside. He's back on the
Yeah,
outside.
he's back on the outside, and then the stone was in his hand. So that's the Soul Stone, and I
actually
did.
feel bad for him
Wait.
though.
All right, so
I wanna
let's get
know-
to the Gamora death. So obviously that's the second major one outside of Loki.
Yes.
How did you
Yeah.
how do you feel about how they did?
Wait,
her?
well, we
And
just
they
gonna
didn't
forget
really
about
show-
Hundo?
We
Oh,
talking about him though. We talked
No,
about
you
him.
were talking about Major. I know, no, he was saying
Major.
He just,
Major.
yeah, Major. You feel me?
Well,
not
that was
Major,
major,
I
yeah.
did.
You know.
No,
No,
Heimdall was major, but he's not a part of the main.
Yeah, he's not
a
major,
part of
right.
the main cast like this. But I got that. But anyways, go ahead, Ziggy.
So how do you think how she died? Did you like it? They didn't really show like how they how they pretty
it's
much
funny, bro.
showed everybody else with the face and all. They just showed her get tossed and like they really showed.
Well, they showed her like laying there.
And that's also where theory comes in, because I did a little research on the Soul Stone, because I'm like, what does this really do? And
about
and-
like the
That's what everybody's been asking.
yeah, and I think that this has importance, and I'll explain
make
this a little bit
people back to
more.
life.
But yeah, basically, but what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to take you to a soul realm, and your soul is going to be trapped there. So you're going to be there, and the person who possesses the Soul Stone is supposed to be able to like also be able to take your abilities as well.
Right.
So they can
shit.
so they can bring you back if they want to, but they can also take your powers. So again, that's going to be very important, and that's why everybody underestimates the Soul Stone, because you can do this. So for all you that don't know, that's what Soul Stone could do. So again, I think that's going to be very important in the next Avengers film.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I'll talk a little bit about that later. But basically, that's what ended up happening, and I think that Gamora might be stuck there, so she might end up making an appearance. I don't think that she's dead yet, but for the sake of this film, yeah, she's dead.
I actually I like how they handled it because I mean,
Toss her ass off.
I wasn't expecting her to die honestly, but
Me neither.
the
Yeah.
look on Thanos' face, I actually started to feel bad for him.
I feel bad.
I'm
for
like-
her.
I didn't never
She's
thought I'd
laughing
ever
when she
feel
realized
bad
it.
for
I'm
him,
like,
but it's
this
wow,
nigga
he
actually
really
kind of
wants
cares.
this. And it's something that he has to do because I'm like, wow, he actually
Yeah.
really cared about something.
Yeah, him and his goals, he really does want
I
to
think-
want to save the universe.
I think he probably would have still throw off just even if he didn't really love her like that, just to see if it worked.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think he would have.
Throw off, yeah.
Yep.
Just to see, he'd be like, oh well, I'll find something else then.
I'm
Now
like,
that I
this,
know that it's
this
here.
dude ain't shit. He'll probably go after Nebula next or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't
hit
care
his-
about Nebula though.
Nah, he don't.
But I'm saying, like, if Gamora didn't work, he'll probably try her
Yeah,
next.
go. Yeah, he'll try it. Yep, actually, we would try it.
Either that or he'll fucking cry and like beat Red Skull to a pulp and then like go on by
Throw
the
his
way.
ass off.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Wait, what I want to know though is like, since Thanos has a soul stone, does that mean Red Skull's free now?
No,
no,
he's still cursed. No, Red Skull was still cursed.
He's cursed.
Well, he was cursed for people to help people get the stone. Like,
Yeah, that was
he's
my
not
question.
he's not.
No, he's
the
still
Dark
there. I
Stone
mean,
no
like, cause the stone can be returned there.
more. Oh,
Yeah, I mean that's a good question though. That's another
Nah,
theory.
he's still-
Is
he's still
Red
be
Skull going to play a more
Oh,
important
you know
role?
what? He might be able to leave that planet now because he does
Yeah.
eventually in the comics.
I think
Somehow.
in Avengers
Somehow.
4 he'll play a bigger role because maybe they'll have to go. Well, you know what? We didn't even have to end.
Either that or he could have been one of the half that died. You never know because they never showed
was
it.
still
Yeah,
in
that's
good
true.
shape.
No, Jay. That's the half of Earth. Not
No,
the
no, it's-
universe.
I thought it was the
It was
entire
the
universe.
It's universe.
It's supposed to be the entire
I thought it was
universe,
just
right?
Earth. I thought it was no.
No,
they only showed Earth.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
they showed
universe.
Titan too. 'cause-
Yeah, they did show.
Yeah,
Titan.
they were on
Who's on
Titan. Yeah.
Titan? They already did Titan though. He
Well,
we'll
we'll
Titan.
no,
We
we'll
already
we'll
know-
get into
no,
we'll get in that. But
wait.
people died on Titan. You
Oh, yeah,
remember?
well,
It's
Yeah,
two
but
battles.
from Earth, though.
We'll get that. We'll get that when we get to that.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
get on it.
we'll
Let's
get
to it.
no, we
We'll
get
read
there.
that now.
We'll get there. So let's go back to we'll go back to Wakanda and then we'll tie them both in. So basically after all of that, he gets a soul stone. Well, I will talk about Thor a little bit as well because they had that part as well. Thor ends up getting the axe made. It really wasn't too much and a little bit of comedic relief, but in any case, Thor gets the axe from this big ass fucking midget. Like it's a big.
Yo, I know, right? Yo, what's up, yo?
Peter Dinklage,
man.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
the way to get
You gotta
Dinklage.
definitely
Game
gotta
of- Game of
fight those.
He was huge,
giant-
dog.
a
A fucking
giant
giant elf, dog.
Atlantis
I mean,
is always
giant
crazy
dwarf. My
still.
bad, giant dwarf. So this shit was crazy. He made an appearance. I was like, whoa, like what the fuck is this? So-
Don't forget
Yeah,
about
that shit caught him off
Rocket's
guard.
conversation with Thor though. That was something very important for Thor,
what now?
honestly. You remember
Oh.
Rocket's conversation with
Yeah.
Thor talking about how he can cause everything, and you know he's not sure. He actually sure that Loki is dead this time. I thought
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
like,
Oh, you talking
Thor had a lot of development.
Yeah,
behind
he
him, like,
decided to be captain. I get what you're
He's
saying, right?
he's been going through it. It really showed Thor in a different light because literally all his family died.
Yeah, he asked him
He
how they
lost
died. He was like
everything.
stabbed. Something.
Like,
happened.
and,
Yeah, he lost his eye.
He gets an eyeball back now because
Yeah,
of
he gets his
Rocket.
eyeball back.
Two
Yeah,
different colors.
so
Two different colors.
right, and so Thor has definitely been through a lot, but this shows in this part once he got that axe that like he really is one of the most powerful
Get it up
characters.
for group. Can we get it up for group?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Groot finally after playing the damn video game all
You know what's
movie.
funny? My kids were saying that in the movie. They was like, "Dad, he's doing what we do. Just play our game all day on the
Right.
handheld."
Yeah, he was over there cursing everything. Groot is
I am Groot. He's like, "Whoa, you
Groot is
watch
going
your
through that
mouth."
teenager phase right now, so it's pretty hilarious. But he ended up finally springing into action and getting the handle for the axe, aka the Thanos Buster or the Thanos Destroyer. So that's
I
what
like
ended
the
up
Thor
happening.
break.
um,
Thor
And how
break.
Thor did it too. Remember the star, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah.
Man, I was
pretty
like,
dope.
that was like whatever to me. I didn't really care about that. To be
That
honest,
shows how powerful he is as a god, bro.
I mean, it does.
Yeah, I
it,
mean,
it does.
he
Like,
tanked
as
the
soon as
slice
he,
to the face.
man, you seen his hand move, you was like, oh.
Here it come, boy. Like you need
Yeah.
something to call, boy. You
We
need something to
knew
harness
he's
that
still
power.
gonna be alive, so I was just like, it's
Oh,
whatever.
duh.
Yeah, so it was
We just haven't seen like him, or something like that in a minute. Because of course, Mjolnir got destroyed at the beginning of Thor.
because his sister, was the original holder, wielder of the axe, so she could control it.
Yeah, right. So,
But she didn't know that about.
yeah, so that happened. Meanwhile, we go back to Wakanda. Everybody finally arrives there, and this is how we really figured out. Since we know what the Soul Stone was, and we know that it's in Thanos' possession, the real reason why everybody pulled up in Wakanda is because Vision is now there with the Mind Stone. They're still trying to figure out how to separate Vision from the Mind Stone. Shuri is smart as fuck.
She was on that ass, boy.
I like shout out to
"Why'd y'all do
Shuri.
this?"
Yeah, and Banner was like, that's probably like for the first time ever. He was like, we didn't think of that. So like she kind of got them. This again shows you how technologically advanced Wakanda is to the rest of the world. They didn't even know. They didn't even think about doing this shit. So that was crazy. Shuri said, "Look, give me some time. We are going to try to separate this stone from Vision, so that we can save your little boyfriend Scarlet Witch. He can stop crying." As soon as they do that, then Thanos' children pull up with the whole squad. So
we got blood to spill.
yeah, so if y'all remember, this is like basically the same type of aliens that were in the first Avengers, the ones that pulled up on Earth.
Oh, those are
These were different. These were different. No, these were different. They were different.
How different were they though?
They were
because
different.
of the Chitauri.
The Chitauri was in the flashback.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, in any case, whatever. They pulled up with the whole crew, with the whole army. So, if you remember, there is an entire barrier around Wakanda. So they was like, all right, like what y'all trying to do? And they was like, we want that stone. They was like, all right, bitch, go ahead and try that. And so they was sitting there watching.
We're just gonna skip over the Bucky thing or like talk about.
No, I got it in the notes.
Sorry,
Chill. So meanwhile, while they getting everybody ready, Bucky gets introduced to this vibranium arm, and that was tight as shit. Even though he didn't really use it, he only used it to shoot.
That blew me. He had this vibranium arm and did.
He ain't know how to use it yet. I mean, he just got it, so I mean, like, what can he really do with it?
They could have shown something. He could have done.
Yeah, they could.
I agree.
Ain't time yet.
I agree, but yeah, so he didn't do nothing with it. You know,
It's not gonna be no time either, though.
I know, right?
right. Which was right. Shut up. So Bucky gets his arm, and then Banner gets in the Hulk Buster. So he was like, "Ooh, like this is nice. This this whooped my ass. So now I get to use it to whoop everybody else's ass." So he would, and of course the scene that everybody knows. Get this man to shield. So Captain America gets him. He doesn't get this traditional shield. He gets like these like pointy gauntlets. He gets 2 shields.
I don't know, bro.
I don't like that.
I thought it was pretty cheesy
like
too.
that.
Yeah,
I didn't like that for real. It was whatever.
Where's the OG one? You know what I mean?
It was whatever with that one. So everybody gets ready. Meanwhile,
Tony knows where it's at, but of course he's in outer space. He couldn't get it. So.
Yeah. So anyways, they get to that, and everybody's trying to get in. The whole crew trying to get in Wakanda, and they're saying like y'all dumbass motherfuckers, y'all can't get up in here. They ended up getting a little bit in there, but as the aliens got in there, they ended up getting like their bodies torn in half. Yeah, so they were killing themselves to try to get in there. But they did have a plan that they were going to flank around to where Shuri was at the main headquarters. So instead of doing that, they were like, all right, we're going to come up with a plan to funnel them in, and we're just going to battle them. So they end up opening up a part of the barrier, and then that's where the battle started on Wakanda. So they were going at it. And then they looked like they were doing a good job, but then they end up unleashing these like death machine things.
Wait, before you get further into that, let's talk about how fast Captain America was keeping up with Black Panther when they when they ran that it done. No, that was that was dope, yo. That foot race. I would actually like to see that. I would like to see a 40-yard dash foot race or something.
Yeah, them fighting together.
Yeah, that was kind of lit. It was kind of lit. I like these scenes.
We can't skip that before we.
Nah, I feel you. We like.
Damn, I need DVR. I need to run that back real quick. Hit that rewind button once I run that back. Let me see this again. That man was like, "Yo, you're not gonna outrun me, dude."
Yeah, those scenes were dope. It looked like everybody was keeping their own. Then he brought the death machines in, so that caused a little bit of an issue. Meanwhile, Shuri's still working on Vision, but she still needs some more time. Scarlet Witch ended up having to come out, and she did some work on some of these death machines. So Okoye is like, why didn't she come out here before? Like, cause again, y'all underestimating the power of Scarlet Witch. I'm telling you, she's fucking dope. Meanwhile, they pan back to Titan, And this is where Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange finally pull up in the ship. They end up meeting up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, who also put them on Titan, and they didn't know each other, so they're going at it. And one part which I saw TV Agent mentioned as well, they were like, "How was Star-Lord beating Iron Man and Spider-Man's ass like that?" Did anyone find a problem with that?
I do.
That is really.
The nigga ain't got no damn powers.
Right. So I
He
don't.
got no powers. I don't know how they either just because they caught they didn't because maybe they was fighting timid because they didn't know or whatever.
Maybe it's going
I
light
just like
on
the maybe I don't know, man. But I'm like, yo, Star-Lord ain't got no more powers. Niggas, he's literally immortal now. Like he lost his powers.
Yeah.
Like or
When
whatever
Ego
made him when his damn dad died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like.
Yeah, so that part was weird, but he ended up outsmarting them for a little minute, and then they ended up stopping. They're like, yo, who were you? Like, are you with Thanos? They're like Thanos. They was like, we're fighting the same person. Like what the hell? Then it was like Thor. It was like, oh yeah, we know about Thor. Yeah, you're the Avengers you're talking about. It's like, okay, so they ended up.
Oh, you Thor?
Yeah, so they ended up, standing down or whatever, and they started trying to come up with the plan. So Iron Man is trying to talk to everybody. Meanwhile, nobody is paying attention. Star-Lord also wants to come up with a plan himself, but him and Stark are butting heads at the situation. Drax is not paying attention at all. Neither is Mantis, for real. So talking about kicking names and taking ass. I was like,
yo, hold on. Before we go, I got something to tell you about that. It was so funny, right? So everybody in theater, bust out that laughing because everybody know the actual saying.
Right.
My wife sitting over there like she didn't last. I don't get it. I'm like, oh, I see you.
Oh
I see
my
you really
God.
can't be my wife, yo. I see you.
Oh,
you know,
no.
you really get that at all. She said,
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh my God.
That's funny as hell. So yeah, I was dying. I was like, no, she didn't say that. Like Drax and Mantis are hilarious together because they're both nitwits, but it's funny. It's funny as shit. So they weren't paying attention, but they end up finally like I guess colluding it and coming up with something. Meanwhile, Doctor Strange is sitting up in the corner like spazzing out. Everybody like, what the hell is wrong with you? He's using the time stone to look at every single scenario to win against Thanos, and he kind of like 4 million different possibilities.
14 million.
14 million.
Maybe I'm hearing, because I know they said 14 million. Maybe I was wrong. I thought he said 4 million.
No, it was 14.
Okay, well, 14.
He said it was 14.1 million possibilities for this fight, and only one of them do they quote unquote come out on top.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Whatever, whether it's 4 or 14 million, you just said 14 million, I believe you. So 14 million possibilities, and he said it was only one. Literally only one. But he didn't say what it was. So
That kind of peeved me. I ain't even gonna lie.
left that up to speculation. We don't know. And again, that's where another theory could possibly come in, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But in any case, he said that there was only one possibility. So while they do that, Thanos eventually pulls up because again he's trying to get the time stone before he finally pulls up in Wakanda to try to get the Mind Stone. They pull up and again they're having two different battles at once, one on Wakanda and one on Titan. They end up coming up with the plan on Titan, which almost worked. They ended up finally slowing down Thanos through all their battles. Star-Lord ended up holding him in place, and then they ended up getting Mantis to put him in the in like a sleep deprivation state or whatever. So they were literally right there. They're about to take the gauntlet off. They had it almost off, but this dude Thanos is still so strong. Like he's still talking a little bit.
Nigga conscious still, boy.
Yeah, he's still conscious. So he ended up revealing to Star-Lord that he threw Gamora off to get that Soul Stone. He like, wait, what did you do to get this? And
it was actually Mantis' fault because she mentioned, oh, he's in pain.
He's mourning. Yeah, he's mourning.
I know they're blaming my boy Star-Lord, man, but she could have just shut her mouth.
Nah.
But that's what she does, though. No, Star-Lord was supposed to stick to the plan. He did not stick to the plan. He let his emotions get the best of him, and once they revealed that, he ended up killing Gamora to get the Soul Stone. He went ballistic and started hitting this dude, and then Mantis ended up getting off. He ended up getting back to the regular state. He ended up hitting her on mistake. So again, he fucked up. They couldn't get the gauntlet off, and this nigga went berserk.
Right there, it's actually off. It was actually off.
Yeah, it was off, bro.
It was off, and it's just the last second he was able to like hit. I don't know how the hell he hit Spider-Man and fling him just to catch it that quick.
Yeah. So in any case, he still ended up.
Yeah, what happened to Spider-Man?
I don't know. Yeah,
it
like
it
definitely happened too quick. So he
He
basically
almost got it off, man.
he basically bodied everybody. And Iron Man ended up being one of the final people to battle with Thanos, and it looked like he was kind of getting him. He got a little scratch on Thanos, and then that made him pissed. This dude Thanos did everything. He ended up using the Space Stone to basically break up an entire planet and throw that shit at Iron Man. Like that stuff was crazy. He was really showing the true power of like all of the stones at once that he possessed at the time.
Exactly.
So that was dope. He using the Power Stone on everybody. He was using the Space Stone. So he was definitely taking advantage of using Reality Stone as well to like kind of go over a little backstory of how Titan was before all that happened. Again, another attempt to try to humanize Thanos and try to like justify why he's trying to do this.
Right.
Yeah, ended up being a genocide type of situation, but he was like, look, like my planet didn't have enough food for everybody, so my plan was to kill half the planet so we can have resources for everybody. So that was
forget about that. I mean, cut you off. Doctor Strange.
Oh no.
Boy. Oh,
yeah. They had some epic battles too. They definitely had some epic battles. But again, the one part that I was pissed about, and again, I kind of feel like because there would be no part 2. It'd absolutely be no part 2 if he did this. But Doctor Strange definitely could have used the Time Stone during their battle to like do something. He could have changed the outcome of stuff.
I think that's why they did the 14 million.
Yeah, he always saw the possibilities.
Whatever that possibility was, apparently it didn't work. If he probably tried to use a Time Stone, but again, it was fucked up because it was like it kind of
same as him playing going against
I'm surprised he didn't do the normal joint.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same thing. That's why.
He also had the Time Stone in space or whatever, because he hit it. From the neck, he took out the neck.
Yeah, it ended up being a fake. The one that, the original one that he had in the.
He just hit it. Yeah, he hit it.
It ended up being a fake. So that made Thanos even more pissed off because he was fucking with him. So so that didn't work. He didn't end up using the Time Stone like a lot of people thought he would. He ended up stabbing Stark. But that nanosuit was dope though. I definitely love that.
With his own dope.
Yeah, that nanosuit.
He could have watched everybody else if he had that from the jump. He could have watched everybody else, bro.
Yeah, but that ended up working. He ended up stabbing him through the nanosuit because he was basically breaking it apart the entire time as they were battling. Right. So, and he was about to basically blow his brains out, had the gauntlet like right at his head, and then Doctor Strange was like, "All right, look, I'm gonna give you the Time Stone in exchange for life." He's like, "All right, no more tricks." So he gave him the Time Stone. So now he has 5 Infinity Stones, and the final place to go is to Wakanda. So he ended up dipping out. Iron Man got saved. But Doctor Strange was still laying there. So, what you all think about like this entire battle on Titan? We'll start out with you, Walker.
Oh, it was. I was just sitting there like I was on my seat the whole time. Like that was a dead test fight, bro. And then my boy Peter Parker, going and saving everybody. Whenever Thanos brought that moon down, I was like, it's lit. And then like, oh, for real, come on, you just gonna give the nigga the shit. Really, nigga. that was me.
Yeah. Segi, what you think?
Oh, it was awesome. That whole scene, everything about it. One of the important pieces of that though was the fact that he, remember in the beginning he said, "I'm not saving you or Spider-Man."
Yeah, that too.
By the time, so it was significant. So they're pretty much basically setting up that Stark is probably going to be the one that has to be the important one. Obviously, out of the one possibility of 14 million, he's going to be probably the most important person to fix everything. So,
because I know that they also had a conversation, Thanos and Stark, about him having nightmares. Like you were saying that Thanos was part of his nightmares.
Yep.
So
they're connected.
The
new
right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know you.
He was when he before he even started fighting him. He was like Stark.
Yeah.
That was though.
Yeah, that was important.
No, man, you say you liked it too.
Yeah, I like that scene. Now that's like when they were showcasing like cinematics and the storytelling to the choreograph of the fights and stuff. Cause like I watched it in 3D, so I got to see like a little different a view of like things. Like some parts I'll take my glasses off to see how it looks without it, and then what it looks with it, and it's like really done well. Like the portal jumping when you have Spider-Man going through the magic portal. It's like, hi, more magic.
Oh yeah, that shit was funny.
So I'm like, yo, they showcasing Spider-Man. Actually, the kid that plays Spider-Man, they got it just right. They finally got it right.
Really
yes,
oh yeah, definitely.
He definitely a Spider-Man because that's how Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Not so
Tom Holland's that
humanized.
nigga, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Not so humanized. And then the fight with him and Doctor Strange was god. Like, I mean, like Doctor Strange wasn't even using the time stone. He was just using his own magic powers.
Yeah, the way that he
You know what I'm saying?
they cloned himself, I thought that
cloned
was
himself
going to be the
and
end game. That shit was
smart
like,
and everything, but once again, man,
Thanos said,
Thanos
"Nope,
got all them damn. He
nigga."
got all them damn stones, bro. Like you got one. Y'all going against a god pretty much at this point, man. This
Yeah.
guy got like almost. He got 4 stones now. No, 5 stones. No, 4.
It was.
you know,
Yeah,
he
got
ended
one.
up getting 5
At
at
the
the
point,
end. Yeah,
At that point, he had 4 stones. So I'm like, this man got reality. He can just like snap your ass back into your body. Get back in your body. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Then the fight between him and Iron Man, though, Iron Man with the megaton feet and then the hands when he like pounded him, bro. Oh man, I was like, damn. Okay, I see you, Stark. Okay, I see you got some hands. But then he got hit. He got gut checked.
So what you think about that? The initial stab. Was everybody?
I was hurt.
I think,
Bro, we were all.
I said, oh, this is it, man.
everybody thought it was done, bro.
I said, he about to go.
I like Iron
Man,
Man
damn.
himself as an actor, so I didn't
That'll
see him killed off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank
Like,
God
I
for
heard
the
other
Battle
people's
bro.
jaw drop, bro. I'm in, like, no joke.
Shit, my shit
Yeah,
dropped.
my dude was mad quiet. All you heard is that.
Everybody.
That's all you heard after that, bro.
Yeah. So,
But I got a comment. Like after he stabbed him,
Mhm.
like, I thought it was dope that Thanos was like, you know what? I respect you, Stark.
Yeah, I like that.
I ain't gonna let nobody get in my way of this. I was like, you know what? I thought that was dope. I thought that was dope.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
important. That was important for him.
I think that this whole fight scene and everything that happened is the most important. From the point where Doctor Strange said that there's 14.1 million possibilities,
Yeah.
and only one of them to win, because that's the first thing I was thinking. I'm like, so everyone here is holding Thanos down. You have Drax on one leg, you have Mantis holding him down, you have Doctor Strange, and then you have Iron Man and Peter trying to pull the gauntlet off. And I refuse to believe that Doctor Strange really just let him go like that. I mean, I think that that's part of that possibility. That one possibility, like, he has to.
So he had to have.
Yeah. I mean, remember, Doctor Strange saw it, so he had to let that
He knows what
So
happened.
he had to have Peter Quill go into his feelings.
Go insane. Yeah, you have to let
And I mean,
everything work itself out.
There's something that gets to that later, and when we get to that part, I'll talk about it, because then that's when it started tying together for me.
Yeah.
And I agree. I feel like there's more to the story between Iron Man and Thanos that we just not gonna see yet.
Right.
Not until the next movie come out. So
Yeah,
this whole sequence and everything is one of my favorite. I like the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was real cool how everyone like meshed together perfectly. Like, it's just so weird how they just met each other, and like, not even that, but like, I'm talking like the characters and the fighting. Like, you had Peter Quill running up steps being made by Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is making portals for Spider-Man to go through. You got like Iron Man, like, and Drax, like everyone was just working together so perfectly, and they still couldn't do it. Like, it's just, that just shows you how strong Thanos is. And then you're pulling down planets and shit. Like,
yeah, the moon.
Yeah.
When I saw him do that and he pulled the moon down, I'm like, really?
It was a pretty big chunk though.
Yo, he pulled that bit down. Like nothing. Like, come here. Bitch.
I thought he was gonna pull the whole moon down, but he pulled a pretty big chunk.
Just a piece of it. Just...
Regardless, you ripped off a portion of a moon. Like, that's just ridiculous.
I don't know how it didn't kill Tony, because it landed right on him too.
It's that nano suit. I mean, that's the thing I was saying, because I feel like out of everyone at the end, when they got down to like nobody, I felt like Tony was really holding his own. Thanos, like, one-on-one.
He was.
But why was Peter Quill able to outsmart him and Peter Parker? And that was like fucking me up when I was watching that scene.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on.
Well, Peter does have Spidey senses now, so I mean, he can see when something comes.
Does he still have Spidey senses? Cause like,
that's how it started. Remember at the very beginning, his
he does. Yeah, that was a Spidey sense right there.
It failed him a couple of times.
Yeah, it does go wonky time, but it's like certain.
He's just getting used to it. That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, yeah, this is the Spider-Man that's getting used to his power. So.
Yep.
Like it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So that's all that happened on Titan. Meanwhile, back in Wakanda, some of the dope scenes again involved one of Thanos's children, and she ended up battling with Scarlet Witch when she ended up coming out. Ended up getting the best of Scarlet Witch and was about to body her. She was like, "You're gonna die alone." But Okoye and Black Widow was like, "Nope, no, she ain't.
She's not alone."
So
girl power.
Yeah, shout out to the girl power. because they ended up doing a little bit of work, and she ended up getting destroyed by one of the death machines. So I was kind of mad. I was like, yeah, it was funny though. It was funny how she went out, but I was expecting something else.
Where was she at all this time?
Right? Yeah.
Yo, God, yo,
Why
I know
was she up there this whole time?
Yeah, why is she not down here with us?
It was like, man,
I
that
know.
was-
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why not have like Okoye and Black Widow in back protecting Shuri while she's working on Vision, and then put Scarlet Witch on the front line, like
right.
Well, because if you think about it, they didn't pull up until Scarlet Witch left, so maybe putting her there was a deterrent enough for them not to pull up on Zero.
Oh yeah, because once she came out there, they were like,
That's when they pulled up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they ended up eventually getting to where Shuri and Vision was. Shuri did something. I don't know exactly what, but she did something in the very last second before she ended up getting hit.
Pulled her things off of Black Panther.
Downloaded him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we all don't know.
Yeah.
We
Wait,
don't.
what did Shuri do?
She
started
pulled her
like
things
rapping.
out, tried
She
to
was like
defend herself.
clicking stuff.
Yeah,
like,
why
she was,
she-
like, tapping stuff, and then she turned and had to fight. What's his name?
Yeah, because they ended up pulling up. So she got knocked out. We don't know if she's dead though, because they
knocked
didn't.
out.
Yeah, they
She's
didn't
knocked
show
out.
anything. Yeah, they didn't show anything at the end. So we're gonna assume that she's still alive. And I feel like she's gonna again have a very important role in the next Infinity War somehow, because again we got to figure out what she ended up doing before she left the console. Vision ended up having to leave.
I think it has something to do with Vision, to be honest. Not
It
just-
has to. Yeah, it has to. Yeah, it has to. We just trying to figure out what. But Vision ended up leaving because he had to get into the battle as well. Again, this nigga was getting bodied as soon as he came out there. He didn't really do shit. Couldn't help Banner. He was in the Hulkbuster getting bodied. You still trying to bring the Hulk out. Hulk was still like, no. Like, he was still battling with himself. So he
I'm
was
still mad about that.
Yeah, so he was.
Hulk was just mad. Hulk didn't want to get bodied by Thanos no more, dog.
Nah, he didn't.
That
He
would've
really did not.
Yeah, but he could
didn't
have got some of those out there.
Yeah, so
Nah,
they
he
were.
didn't want that Thanos smoke, dog.
Yeah, he
No
didn't.
smoke, no smoke.
So they're like, put out an APB on Vision, like he's about to get bodied. Captain America pulled up, ended up doing this thing of taking out one of the children. And then for the last one, this nigga Thor, bruh. When this nigga Thor pulled up to Wakanda, that shit was lit.
Wait. Did we talk about what happened to Vision yet?
No,
Man, we ain't even there yet.
Yeah, we're not
I
there
mean, you
yet.
say he pulled up, but he didn't. I think he pulled up after that.
no, he pulled the right before.
No, he pulled up. He pulled up
Okay,
like right in the
I'm
beginning
bugging.
of because Captain America was the first one to save Vision after Hulk couldn't do
I'm
anything,
bugging. All right,
and
I'm
then
bugging.
Thor pulled up and he was destroying all of the rest of the army before he ended up catching up to
Yeah,
them.
that's right.
Thor,
You're right.
Rocket,
My fault.
Groot pulled up, dog.
Yeah, Groot pulled up and Rocket
They
Raccoon
played the
and
theme song.
Dun,
The
dun,
theater
dun.
sounded like a Michael Jackson
this
concert.
dude Rocket Raccoon was shooting with Bucky. And he wanted his damn arm. Like this dude
Yo,
was
he
still
said,
trying
how
to.
much for the gun? The next thing, how much for the arm?
He want the gun and he want the arm. Yeah, I'm
I'ma
gonna get
that arm.
that
Like,
arm.
what you gonna do with that arm?
I'm like this guy Rocket Raccoon he's a fool. So it was a little bit of comedic relief.
He was like, I
throughout
am Groot.
Yeah,
And then
Groot.
Steve was like, I am Steve.
I am Steve Rogers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I found that hilarious. Yeah, I found that absolutely hilarious. So Groot was doing his thing too. He was catching a few bodies. He finally got sprung back into action. So then we finally get to the last child of Thanos, who's again about to body Vision, and that's when Thor came in and saved the day over there. But Vision was still useless. Like, keep in mind, he's trying to do all this fighting, and he's still hurt, like from the original injury. So that's why he ended up being kind of useless. But he ended up, saving the day at the very end, and saving who did he save? Captain America? Or did he save Thor?
Captain, he saved Captain.
Yeah, he saved
Because remember,
Captain.
he was like, we don't trade lives.
Yeah. So
Get
he like
out.
we don't. Yeah, he like we don't trade lives. So Vision ended
That
up
was-
saving
that was
Captain
cool,
America at the end
too.
of the day. Yeah, it was a.
They hadn't seen each other in like a while. It was like, cut your hair. See you stumble off some beer. Huh?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
Get it like mine.
Yeah, some more comedic relief there. So that was cool. So at the end, everybody is gone, but then the man himself, Thanos, finally pulls up on Wakanda, and this nigga started punching the shit out of everybody, dog.
Everybody gets bodied, boy.
Absolutely
All
ridiculous.
in line
It
too.
reminded me of
yeah.
that.
They
It
tried
reminded me of
to
that.
use this
What was that?
post thing. It didn't work at all, boy.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Thanos ended up doing work. Keep in mind, right now he has 5 Infinity Stones. So he used basically every single one of them, still trying to make his way to Vision. Everybody's trying to save him, and it's not working. He's just going through all the enemy lines, knocking everybody out left and right. Captain America, I felt like probably got it the worst, because that nigga
He
just caught a clean punch, dog.
Oh,
He knocked the fuck out of Captain America, bro. Like
He
that.
grinned at him before he knocked his ass out.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. So, in the final scene, like right when he's at Vision, it's just Scarlet
Wait.
Witch. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
wait,
What? Well, okay. So he's basically just Scarlet Witch and Vision. There's only people between him and the Mind Stone. So Vision finally was like, "Look, you got to do it now. You have to destroy the Mind Stone." So it was like literally going in slow motion. She ends up finally destroying the Mind Stone. This nigga Thanos was like, "Why the fuck did you do that? I got the Time Stone, motherfucker." So he ended up using the Time Stone, going back in time. The Mind Stone is back intact, and he took that bitch right off of Vision's head. So he ended up killing.
Poor Vision got killed twice.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
Yo,
everybody
shit,
thought
watch
it
your
was
man die twice, bro.
They did it how everybody thought it was gonna be though. He literally ripped it out.
I know that, yeah,
you
he-
see his
he just
feet.
yanked-
That was
yeah,
probably
exactly.
I
one
will
of the
say though,
darkest
I am
moments.
very surprised Vision was alive. I thought Vision was gonna go out first.
Yeah.
You got
They
a good point.
Yeah.
I thought he would be.
All right,
more
so
think you-
in
all right,
the
so
middle.
here's the plot hole. I know we're about to get to it, now with Thor, but why wasn't Thor out there? Like,
For
why
real?
did like how come he wasn't with Captain America at that point?
I think he was
Come on,
fighting.
they went
I
to
think he was still
because
trying to
he's still-
clean up.
He's still cleaning up the
Yeah, he
majority.
was.
He's still
He
like,
was.
cleaning up majority. Remember now, he don't have the he didn't have that communicator in his ear like everybody else did.
That's true.
So he
Yeah.
didn't know. He's flying around like still cleaning up.
Yeah, he probably could have done something to prevent that. At least bought him a little bit more time. But again, he wasn't in that particular battle. He didn't know. So Thanos finally puts the sixth and final Infinity Stone on his gauntlet. This nigga is powered up. You see him? He like, oh,
They got that steroid juice,
yeah,
boy.
you just see it going through his body. That nigga is ready to fuck shit up. So as he's doing that, this dude Thor finally shows up with that axe and threw it straight at his chest.
Yo,
And
he hit that nigga with that bitch, bro.
Everybody was like, "Oh, like it went
Yeah.
through him, dog. Like
Yo,
like
this is
Thanos is done." And then he walked up on him, and Thanos
Push it
was
in.
like, "Yeah, he's about to push it in and try to
Push
kill him."
that
He was
bitch
like,
in.
"You should have aimed for the
Went
head."
it.
I was like, "Man." And then this nigga with a snap of the finger destroyed half of the
The
planet,
infamous
bro.
snap.
Yeah, destroy half of the planet.
Nigga
Like,
told you what he
It
was
was funny
gonna
because
do.
my theater really thought he was done for. They started clapping and everything. I'm like,
really? Oh no.
I was like, y'all thought,
How little
y'all
do
thought.
they know? How little do they know?
I was
So-
kind of surprised. I was like, you know what? He might actually, maybe they'll just bring, like, revive him somehow. and forward.
Yeah, nah.
I was like, they kind of got me right there. I was like,
Yeah, so this is basically what happened, and again, we go to the beginning question because I knew that people were gonna die. I thought that Thanos himself was gonna body more people, but he didn't. But again, once you think about it, he really didn't need to like kill him with his own hands because he literally just snapped a finger and half of the people died. So here's a list of everybody that died, and this is why I wasn't fully prepared. The main person that I think a lot of people was like, well, how the fuck, like, why y'all just kill him off with Black Panther? So Black
The way
Panther,
it happened too, like, oh, you're not gonna die
you
here.
know.
Then,
yeah,
you know, this is no place to die.
right.
Yeah.
So he was trying to go after Okoye,
I
and
thought Okoye was gonna die. Really.
yeah, I did too. But Black Panther ended up being the one that just whisked away. So everybody that died with Thanos' snap of the finger, they ended up just disintegrating. Like it was just like some sand. They just blew away.
Turn to
The-
dust.
Yeah,
Yep.
they just literally turned to dust. So Black Panther ended up dying trying to save Okoye. Falcon died while War Machine was looking for him. Bucky died. We all knew that Bucky was gonna die. I think that was the one person that everybody said was gonna die. So I wasn't
Huh?
surprised about that one.
I
No,
didn't think he was
I
gonna
thought
die.
it was
No,
Cap.
I
I
seen
thought it was Cap that was
no, I seen hella people saying Bucky. They were like,
Yeah,
no,
me too.
Bucky. No, they say Bucky gonna get body. So it must have been different, but that's what I was seeing a lot. All of the Guardians of the Galaxy except for Rocket Raccoon died. And
that
and once that happened, I was like, whoa, like y'all
So
really
there,
did it.
and so there you go, Nomad, about your Earth. Only on Earth theory was the universe, because there goes all the Guardians died.
Yep, and it was on Titan too. Keep in mind that Iron
Yeah,
Man,
they were in
Iron
Titan,
Man,
yeah.
Doctor Strange, and the rest of the Guardians were all on Titan.
Exactly.
you're right,
So
my
that
bad.
ended up happening.
And they're not from Earth.
Doctor Strange ended up dying. But before he died, he said, "This is the end game now." So again,
told
this
him
is
it
where
was
the
the only
theories
way.
come from.
But-
Yeah, he said this was
It
the
was
only way.
Yeah.
And he said that to Iron Man before he passed away. So that was a crazy thing. That's where the other theories are coming from. Scarlet Witch ended up dying, and then last and final, Spider-Man ended up dying in the worst way
Bro, that
possible.
shit-
Oh my god. The
Yo,
way he died, everybody.
Spider-Man one hurt. The
Yeah.
Spider-Man one hurt. Yo, he was
Yeah.
crying. He's like, I don't want to go this way, and then he just.
I feel
Bro,
That's why I
funny.
love
though.
Tom Holland, bro. Tom Holland made you feel that innocent,
I
like
mean,
teenager, bro.
Yeah, for real.
But
that shit-
a thing I noticed though, he was the only one that had a reaction because his spidey senses told him.
Drax
Yeah.
kind of did too for a little bit.
Yeah.
Drax a little bit, but yeah, Spider-Man definitely had the reaction because nobody else saw it coming.
I'm about to say I started to cry, man. He's like, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go. I don't
But
want to
see,
go, man.
let me ask you a question real quick about the theory about who the like half the people that he took. Was it just the half people that he encountered while he fought though? Is what
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
No, it was just
it's
random.
everybody.
He just-
Random, yeah,
No,
random.
They,
No, it's
they said
random,
it.
right?
They said
No,
it was
it's random.
random. They said it was
I know it's
random, but I'm
random,
not
What
sure.
I'm saying, like, I didn't see like they didn't show like any other universe or anything. Like he was like took
That is
half,
true.
Like it only showed people that fought on Earth, the people, the Earthlings.
No, but they
Well, no,
did
'cause he
say
fought Cat.
they did say though. I think it was Gamora that said that it's the universe, half the
Yeah.
universe.
But I know
Well,
she
Thanos
said
said
balance
that it
out
was
for
the
him.
universe
He didn't
too,
go there,
because
yeah.
his
But I
whole-
mean, right.
But that's
I mean,
how you know.
like I
But
said,
that's
they
how.
didn't
But that's how you
show-
know it
they
wasn't
didn't
just
show
Earthlings though,
anything.
because they had the Guardians were in Titan, and
Yeah.
they
Well,
were
here-
from Earth.
Here you go, no. Here you go, no, man. I'm gonna dismiss that for you because Thanos has already been going around these other
Yeah,
planets
killing
and
other
then
planets,
killing.
doing that,
and-
right,
no, he's not destroying them fully, but he has been going to other planets and
happening.
killing half of them. Yeah.
Half
He
of
just
them,
threw
Yeah,
it
he
at
has.
him.
Yeah, he's just been
Which I
destroying the
know, right.
population. Yeah, and then Asgard is also gone. Even though that wasn't his doing, like Asgard is gone, but he ended up killing them himself, him and his crew. So again, that didn't really matter.
because Thanos' reasoning was like, you know, the whole the universe can only handle a certain amount.
certain amount of things, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had
And
to
then
bring
so he
balance
just
because
go
he had
and
too
kill
much of people, right? He
Yeah.
go around doing that.
Yeah,
I'm saying just in
Which is
this
basically what's
movie,
happening on
I don't
Earth,
know if it just was it just in this part
we
of
don't.
the universe.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't know. I'm going to assume yes. I'm going to assume that he
Okay.
did destroy half of the universe's population, not just Earth.
Didn't they say? I'm pretty sure they said it was half the universe.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
they
say
said
half the
half the
universe.
universe.
They
He said
did.
half the
They did.
universe.
So that for them happened. So basically, in layman's terms, in the short sense, he killed the entire second wave of Marvel movies in a snap.
Almost the entire
Nobody,
second.
nobody,
Almost the entire
except for Rocket Raccoon and Nebula.
Yeah, nobody from the aside from the
Every-
originals got killed.
Yeah. We talking about the main characters, not talking about everybody else. But everybody from the first wave survived. Iron Man survived. Captain America
Of
survived.
course.
Hulk survived. And Thor survived
And
as
Black
well.
Widow.
And Black Widow.
We
yeah.
actually don't know about Hawkeye, but we can assume that he did.
Yeah, we're
No,
gonna assume
we have to
They never show
we
have
have
to
to
assume that they all
assume
survived. And
Ant-Man
Ant-Man.
and Wasp.
Yeah,
Not
there's
sure about
a
Ant-Man. There's a second wave that's gonna survive.
Yeah,
That goes back to my theory about Ant-Man and the Wasp. What if
but we're-
Ant-Man dies in the end? And
Look,
Oh, what if he starts? Yeah, what if he disintegrates? That's the ending of that.
that's what I'm
movie.
saying.
That'd
Amazing.
be pretty
That would
crazy.
be, yeah, that would be pretty.
again,
that would be pretty crazy.
again,
That would be
another
pretty
theory. We have to see what they end up doing.
I'm about
But
to
we,
call Marvel. Hey, y'all should add this.
but we're
That should
talking
be-
about who's in the movie right
Hey, you
now.
know,
though.
fuck it. Before we
I
end
have-
that, yo,
I
how
have
you
a
skip
theory.
over JJ? Hold on, how you skip over during the part when Spider-Man get his senses? We didn't even talk about the infamous Stan Lee.
That was dope.
Yo,
Y'all kids act like I never seen a
cameo,
spaceship
Stan Lee
before.
cameo, yo. How you not talk about that, bro?
Because I honestly forgot.
Bro, you can't never forget about Stan Lee. Bro.
No, you can't
I know,
forget. You
bro.
can't forget
Y'all kids
about
act
it,
like
but I
y'all never
forgot.
seen a spaceship before.
Nah, that was we forever
I know,
love the
we
Stan
got-
Lee scene. We
Yeah,
forever
always
love
love
it.
the Stan. That wasn't his best one. The one I was thinking is the one always in the Deadpool when he's in the club, yo. That's probably my favorite
Yeah,
Stan
that was
Lee
funny.
cameo, bro.
You can't. what was it? You can't buy love, but you can rate it for 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So shout out to Stan
Yeah.
Lee, man. I'm a shed thug tears whenever he go,
But-
man.
Yeah,
I'ma-
man.
It's gonna be a sad day, dog. It's gonna be a sad day. And stop coming in here with these allegations, dog. I don't appreciate that. That man just want a happy ending, dog. He just want a happy ending. Leave him alone. He old.
That's wild.
Oh man, bro.
So-
that man, stop going that Stanley throat. Y'all trying to make that man lose money.
Right. So the movie
Not Bill
ended.
Cosby, man.
The movie
Not
ended
Bill.
exactly what Thanos said. He said that once he did this, once he destroyed half of the population, he just wanted to
Right.
sit and watch the sun, and that's exactly how it
Exactly
ended.
what he did.
He was like at peace. He was calm.
Yeah, he
and
was
I'm
Cost
like,
him everything.
Now
though.
they did show
Cost
young Gamora with him, and I think that had to
What
be.
did she say? She said what? She said, "Is it done?"
Was it
Was
worth
it-
it?
was it
Yeah, was it worth
Oh,
it?
no. What'd you lose?
What'd you lose? He said everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Yep.
He said everything. So that was, I don't know what the significance of that is, but that's what happened right after he snapped his fingers. He ended up going to like
And
that.
then
Yeah, he
We
did.
did skip over what happened to the glove. It looked like it was.
Yeah, no, I was
yeah,
gonna mention that too. I was
yeah,
gonna mention that. I was gonna mention that. And that's again another important part. Is you gonna be able to continue using the Infinity Stones? It's just only one time only, since the gauntlet is destroyed, or it looks like it's
The
destroyed.
gun is destroyed. It's damaged, but that's the
But
whole
the
point
stones-
of making it.
And
Yeah,
then
that was
also
the whole point
though,
of making
also
it
look
have-
intact.
And then
right,
also though,
it's
the
still
way
intact.
the way he left, and I think that this kind of ties into the Red Skull, how he disappeared. Do you think he's just banished to somewhere else? Where's he at, his physical body now?
I think Thanos is back on who? Thanos is back on his home world.
That was his
He's a
physical
Titan.
body at the end. That's what I think it was.
No, I don't know. That looked like he was in the soul.
Nah,
You're
it looked like he's
something.
just back in like a forest. Or something. I think he's back home.
Well, no,
Well,
he
no,
was
the
in
first
the.
Why-
scene with- the
why-
first
why
scene
didn't-
with
he didn't have the
Gamora,
gauntlet in his
that
hand,
looked
though.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
He didn't have the
Did they
gauntlet in his
show
hand.
it?
So yeah, he looked at his hand and
I
it didn't show
don't
it.
remember that. I don't remember that scene exactly. I mean, I know
Yeah,
when he
they
talked
didn't-
to Little
looked at
Gamora,
it.
he didn't have the gauntlet, but that was because he was within whatever happens after he snapped his finger. He
I
didn't
don't
have
think
the
he-
gauntlet in his hand,
well,
but I
Kill-
don't know at the very end though.
Killjoy, you saw it multiple times. Did you peep whether he had the gauntlet on his hand when he was looking at the sun?
I don't remember him showing that. I just saw the face. They show his face and him like kind of like had like that smirk on his
There's-
face, like that smile.
Yeah, but
There's a
that was
couple-
the same place that he was with the
Traffic.
Gamora.
It's-
Nah, are you talking about when he was in that little place where he was with Gamora? Are you talking
No,
about
not the
when
soul.
he-
he's
No,
talking
not the
about
soul
after-
world.
very end.
After, after.
that.
I didn't see the gauntlet per
Yeah,
se.
that's
I think
what
the
I'm saying.
biggest thing from that scene is the fact that.
Oh,
He could've-
sir.
Oh, he went out. He went out.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good. Go ahead.
I think the biggest thing from that scene is that you can see him visible. Like he's injured. You can see it.
Yeah, you
When
see
he
the
was walking
injury,
from the
right.
hut, like he's walking. You can't see the gauntlet, but like that shit's definitely like done for. I
Yeah,
think
it's
he might
like
have
it's,
to try and get, like,
it's
another one.
damaged, right? It's damaged.
So what? So they're saying that he's in Titan, so wouldn't? But that's where Iron Man's is right now and all that. so
No,
that
I think
No, it was
honestly,
Titan.
I think he's
He
in
was
Wakanda.
somewhere
bro.
else.
I
I think he's somewhere.
No,
in
I don't
Wakanda.
think he's on Titan
He's
anymore.
somewhere in space.
He can't be
though.
on Titan
Somewhere
because
in
Titan is
Nah, because
destroyed.
he was watching the sunset. Like
Nah,
and
then-
then-
Wait a
That's
minute.
probably
wait a
what he
minute.
was
Reality
watching.
stone.
That's what he was watching.
Reality
Do you-
stone.
Do you think he
Oh,
made
the reality
he
stone.
remade Titan to how it
Yeah, I
was?
feel like he remade Titan to how he wanted it or
Uh-huh.
something.
Don't
like
It's
forget.
reality stone, right?
If
So
y'all remember when
we don't know what that
Peter
snap. What else
Dinklage-
that snap did though? We don't know what else the
Yeah,
snap
but
did.
if
it's
he's
destroying
on-
everything slowly, but
if he
you remember
remade
that,
Titan like that with the reality stone, that means Tony Stark is there still. Because
Yeah,
Tony
that's what I'm
Stark and
saying.
Nebula
Yeah,
are stuck
exactly.
on Titan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
stuck on Titan.
Right.
right. But
That's
what
why.
I'm saying
That's why I didn't
is,
think it was
though,
Titan. That's why I didn't think it was his physical body because I
I
just don't
still
know.
think it's the physical body. I just don't know where.
It's-
he's
I,
at.
it's definitely a
Yeah,
physical
real
body. It's
But
definitely
don't
a physical
forget
body.
about don't forget on the Peter Dinklage part. There's another Infinity Gauntlet there.
This is
No,
true.
I think
There
that's-
is?
This is
No,
all-
that was the
yeah.
mold. That was the mold. That was the mold.
Yeah, that's a mold. That's the mold.
I don't remember being a mode. I could have sworn.
No, he said because
It was a mold.
It made the axe.
When they got there, he said, I'm assuming it was made of this right here, and it
He,
showed
yeah, he
like,
said he forced me to make one and promised that
He
he
did
wouldn't
look like
kill
that,
everybody, but he still ended up killing everybody but me.
right, because he melted his hands together.
So he,
he
I
might
mean,
make
he,
another one.
yeah, he
He
might
make
try to,
another
yeah, might try to come back to him and have him make another one,
Mm-hmm.
which is possible. Because I don't think that, because I know only the strongest person can wield the stones. Well, just one of the strongest characters, not a regular human can wield the stones. But I'm assuming that he got the gauntlet because he wants to A, use them all at the same time, and B, I don't think that they have the same properties, or you can't use them the same way if you don't have the gauntlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Which I think I'm not 100% sure on that, because really the only time that we've seen the Infinity Stones were like they were in other things. They were in, yeah.
I just thought it was weird that whenever he was with Gamora, right before they show him back with after the snap fingers and the gauntlet destroyed, he looked at his hand. So it was almost like he was in two places at once. There being some spiritual world, why would he look at his hand? And then back with Thor, and then he disappeared. It's almost like, I don't know, like it was like an out of body experience or
He
something.
went to his physical body was still on Wakanda. So after he snapped his fingers and everything.
No, I
turned white.
understand that.
No.
What I'm saying is, so
I
he
thought
actually looked at his hand though in this. So if he knew that he was already out of his body at that point, why did he look at his hand? Why did he look?
I think he came back to his body right then and teleported to somewhere else where he could watch the sunrise. Because he knew everything was done. Because he knew because he knew his mission was complete. That's why.
It just seems weird to be in wherever that place was with Gamora, to be back to Wakanda and then disappear again, and then just pick a different completely spot.
No way he's no Wakanda, bro.
I don't think he's in Wakanda, bro.
No, he's not. No, he's not in Wakanda no more, because that's what I'm saying. He disappeared at that point.
It looked like it for a split second though, but I'm like, he can't be there.
Did Thanos say where he was gonna watch the sunrise?
He didn't say where.
I don't think he said where. He just said he wanted to watch the sun. I would think the logical place would be back home, which is tight.
But that would be tight. But then that means Iron Man should be right there with him in the sun. Yeah. And you get pissed off.
We got it again. This is where we come to. It's a lot of questions that need to be answered.
That makes sense because Iron Man's suit's fucked up, and how is he supposed to pull up on Thanos since he's stuck there?
I don't know. I don't know,
it's
man.
Nebula. It's just Nebula and
Iron Man there. Yep. So that's basically how they ended. Whatever the theories are, we're gonna have to figure it out. They got a lot of questions that they need to answer. We just want to talk about the end. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the end credits. So basically, you go back to Earth, and Nick Fury is in a car, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, and they were like, "We saw this huge signature in Wakanda," and he was like, "Well, it's the same. It's the same as here." And like, yeah, and then like a car ended up going in a way, but nobody was in there. And then old girl died. She ended up disintegrating, and then Nick Fury was on his way too. And in typical Samuel L. Jackson fashion, he was like, "Motherfucker!" But he didn't get it. But he didn't get it out. But before he did that, he hurried up and got on his beeper, which I find funny because who uses beepers now?
Pager,
but a pager. And then it showed the symbol, which I didn't know what it was, but found out it was Captain Marvel. I don't know anything about Captain Marvel, bro. I looked it up too. I looked it up afterwards.
Man, y'all should have known right then it was Captain Marvel.
No. But I just didn't know what the symbol was, though. I just didn't know what the symbol was. That was it.
No, I know.
Well, the whole thing was the pager too, because they made a big deal about it being in the 90s, so that's why the pager.
Yeah, that's what TBA said, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Because what's his favorite? Marvel's probably not even right now. She's probably somewhere in space or some shit.
That's
why we'll find out the movie.
Ant-Man, and Captain Marvel. That's gonna give us the backstory.
Yeah, so those two movies are for sure coming before the next Infinity War. They're not gonna be able to do Black Panther 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming 2 before then.
Captain Marvel's only a month before Infinity War. The next one, I mean.
Okay, so it's basically like Black Panther was 2 months, and this one is 1 month. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see with that one, but I'm interested in Captain Marvel. Like I said, I don't know much.
Her story's gonna be
is this bitch that powerful?
Yeah,
apparently,
most powerful one, right? That's what they say.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, they're comparing her to she's basically like Superman, the Marvel Superman power wise. That's what people are saying.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting because obviously, if Fury put a page out for her, is what she's getting it in the 90s? Because everybody kind of set the movie up to be in the 90s. So what's gonna happen here? So, I understand. I understand it's gonna be a prequel, but it's the movie.
Nah, but I'm pretty sure what they're gonna do is at the end of Captain Marvel, they're gonna tie that in somehow.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
So the first one, Captain Marvel movie is gonna be the origins, of course, and then they're gonna have to have 2. So then that might be like.
Wait, what?
It won't be time.
It won't be. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna obviously set her up, and then somehow but it's gonna take place in the 90s, they're gonna do that, but they're gonna do how they did in Wonder Woman. You know how the picture they showed in Wonder Woman about when she was in World War I?
Yeah.
They're gonna do like that, and at the end where they come out to present day. You feel me? I feel like they're gonna do that.
Something like that. Okay.
They have to. You absolutely have to with that because you gotta incorporate her. So the things that made me mad, and I'm still waiting on it, I would have liked to have seen an X-Men symbol instead.
Yes,
that would have been awesome.
No. Remember, Jay.
The new one ain't out yet.
We don't know what happened to X-Men because they might say half. They might got erased. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
That's true, but
this is what sucks. This is what I hate, because the X-Men Days of Future Past would have been like the perfect explanation for everything, or the way to solve everything.
We don't know how much is messing up the timeline, because look, you gotta think about Deadpool. Deadpool happened right.
Well, what they can do is because Deadpool was being made before they got bought out. They got bought out like after Deadpool 2 was.
Yeah, they got it. Yes, absolutely, yeah.
So you trying
and
to say
also
this
that,
tie? You
but
trying to say it's on different universe altogether, like
Yeah,
a different timeline?
Yeah,
They
it's
are,
gonna be
yeah,
hard
they
to
are.
pull it, yeah, it's gonna be
But
hard to
I
pull
don't
everything
like
together.
yeah.
But look,
Because
but look, here's
they haven't. Oh, my fault.
look, you gotta do it. I just feel like you gotta do it at this point. I don't care how you
Well-
incorporate it. I just want to see it already. That's
But-
just my thing.
Dark Phoenix ain't even out yet. The Dark
Yeah,
Phoenix,
Dark
they
Phoenix. I
gotta
think
wait
that's gonna be
until
the
next
last.
year.
That's gonna be the
That's
last
the
one.
last
of
one, and then
Fox. Yeah.
it's coming in phase 4. So
Look, man, I don't
What about
care.
Venom? Is it gonna have anything to do with anything?
it does because they can't put them in there yet. This story over there isn't even over yet.
And I don't know. I'm wondering though, is Venom like completely separate, kind of like Deadpool?
That's
where
good.
it's
That's-
kinda
It's
that's
not
like-
being in
separate.
Spider-Man universe, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It's
okay,
not.
so the Spider-Man
separate.
movies that are coming out that are different one is the Venom one, the animated one with Miles Morales, and the Spideyverse one. Those are all in like the Sonyverse.
Yeah,
Okay,
whatever
so
that
that's-
spin-off.
So
it's
the
still
one
Sony,
nobody
that's
cares
still
about.
Sony then?
Yeah, yeah. So it has nothing to do with this
that's-
Marvel
It
part.
don't have
like
to,
that.
have nothing to do with this Spider-Man at all.
I don't think that
which is why
Venom had
fans
anything to
like
do
this.
with the Avengers anyway. So
No,
I
I
don't
know.
think, I don't
but
think
it's
any
He's
part
a
of it.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
the
character.
timing
Yeah,
is
Spider-Man.
weird about it because it's right around everything going.
Yeah, that was just kind of like some spin-off. So they're like, whatever, like we're gonna try to do a proper Venom movie. We'll see how it is, because
No,
I
it was
don't
pretty
have any
good.
expectations.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
I know.
Venom was
It is
good.
though, like if you think
Venom
about it, like,
itself was good.
like I said, I just want
Nobody-
to see Carnage. I don't really care about Venom. I
Yeah.
want to see Carnage.
I think wasn't Carnage confirmed or no?
No, still no confirmation on that. So
You know, speaking of Spider-Man, the saddest thing about his death is that Aunt May don't even know.
This is
oh
true.
man, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Aunt May, bro.
You're right.
Hey, Aunt May might not be there either.
She may have got
I'll see
disintegrated
that.
too.
Might
You
not.
never know.
All right, so let's get to it. What are the theories you thinking?
Okay. All right, so here are the theories that I thought of. I am thinking that Doctor Strange did something with the time zone before he ended up giving it away. He may have put everybody through a loop. You never know. He may have put Thanos through a loop somehow. So that's one theory. Another theory is, since I mentioned what the Soul Stone can actually do with the Soul Realm, that nobody's actually dead. Everybody who died, as far as the Marvel characters, are in the Soul Realm, and somehow they're going to find a way to bring everybody back using the Soul Stone.
Just the people that got by the
Yeah, just the
snap,
people.
though.
Yeah, just the people who actually
Or
died. Yes.
How about this mind blown thing? We just watched one of the 14 million theories from Doctor Strange, and then it just starts off as just him like, okay, this is not the right
That
one.
was not the one. Yeah, that was not the one, right? We're gonna run that back.
He's like, well, this didn't work. Let's run it back.
kind of like that Family Guy episode where everybody thought Brian was dead or whatever. And and you find out it was just Stewie looking into the future.
Yeah. So that's another theory. Another theory is they're going to find a way to fully incorporate like the actual Thanos story into Infinity War, which is, and for the people that don't know, the reason why he did all of this stuff in the comics is to impress Lady Death. So he did it over some pussy, basically. So
Wow.
So if they incorporate that in there, then maybe he has a change of heart and ends up reversing everything. So
But
that could also be
The
another
knowledge
theory.
fun.
Oh, wait, if they incorporate
Exactly.
that- if they incorporate that, they have to do a Deadpool one too. Because remember, I don't know if anyone knows, but Thanos and Deadpool were going after Lady Death, and like they were literally having a contest for who could get her.
Yeah, and that's what he did to impress her. Yep. So, like I said, they could do that. I don't know if they're going to go that far. Probably not. I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that they're not.
I doubt it.
Yeah, but that would be interesting if they actually did like incorporate that, because I feel like they would have mentioned that in this movie if they were going with the Lady Death route instead of the whole genocide route.
Yeah.
So that's
the theory.
that's why I think that one ain't going to work.
The theory I have is a little different. I don't know how well people know the comics, but for those who don't know, the original, like the first set of Avengers, is the ones I'm about to name: Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, and Wasp. And you figure you got the Ant-Man and Wasp movie coming out, so I feel like they're just about to. It's gonna be that group, and that's gonna be in the next movie, and they're gonna go after Thanos.
So
How
just
they're
go back to
gonna
the
do it,
original
I don't
ones.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, how they're gonna do it, I really don't know, because again, they have Captain America, who, in the comics, they don't get Captain America until like I think like 5 or 6 different comics in, and that's when they free him from ice. But that's like a whole different thing altogether. So I really don't know what they're gonna do, but I think it's definitely gonna be like that original core group. They go after Thanos, without a doubt.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of setting it up. So yeah, you have an
So
interesting
you're
point
thinking
there.
it's gonna be like Captain America: Civil War, where they just kind of have everybody in it and just call it Wasp and Ant-Man?
No, they're gonna do this in Infinity. Well, no, because then you gotta bring in Captain Marvel too. So I don't think that's gonna play. I mean, but you could start off with the original cast, the original Avengers, and then somehow just bring her in there like toward the end. I don't know.
I just want to know how the niggas gonna get home.
That's the thing too. Yeah, they're stuck
I
on.
don't know.
How are they going to get back?
That's true.
So I feel like Thor will do something to be like,
Yeah.
You think he knows that they're alive up there?
Oh yeah,
They
because
don't.
no, because no, you're right. Because Thor
Rocket
can open the Bifrost. That's how he got to Wakanda. He can open the Bifrost with the axe.
Okay.
and
So
then
he can go and get them.
Yeah, you're right, and he knows because Nebula. No.
No, they don't know.
They don't know where they at.
They don't know what happened on Earth for real.
Yeah, they don't know.
I mean,
they know people dying.
Maybe after
Well, you know
Iron Man
what?
died,
They
how
might
Iron Man
know.
can see everything. Maybe Thor can see everything now. I don't know.
I think they do know.
Well,
because,
Rocket. Well, maybe that's why they kept Rocket alive, because he's there and he just they were in Titan. You know, they knew that they were going to go over there.
Yeah, he
Right.
does know where they at. So yeah,
Okay.
they could both say where they are. So
I think they. I mean, I think they do know what happened because honestly, the nigga snapped his fingers.
I mean, this is true. Yeah, they
I mean, we know they know what happened.
they probably don't know
Don't say how they get
everybody
back
that got
right,
bodied
yeah.
though. They just know
They
the
don't
people
know,
that that died on Titan. So
Yeah, and also they don't know if they're alive or not. You know, because they could have been them half that they might.
exactly. So yeah, those are my theories. I couldn't really think of any more. Does anyone else have any wild theories you want to throw out there?
Nah, y'all heard mine already. Yeah,
I do
man.
think I do think there's going to be some kind of something about the time stone thing. I think you nailed it on that. It has to be to where they reversed everything and
Yeah, I think it was reversed, but he couldn't use it right away. Like, you know, I think
Is there a
cooldown on
cool?
that
Yeah, I was
stone.
about to say, is there a cooldown on the stones?
It's a cooldown on the stone.
Okay.
so somebody gets the glove eventually or the gauntlet and
I don't know how long the cooldown is, but I know there's a
They have
cooldown. You
to-
can't do it like over and over again. Like you
'Cause it
see,
has to-
even in Doctor Strange movie at the end, he still had to do it like in a certain time. It had to be like a certain time to skip over.
That's
like,
why it's so dangerous. Like I remember Stan Lee asked on Twitter, he was like, you could have one of the
saw you
Infinity
said
Stone. I was like, nah, the time zone is way too problematic. Like I wouldn't want to do that. I would do the Mind Stone. A lot of people saying Reality Stone too, but I was like, I don't want to fuck with people like that. I would rather.
Hey, my reality, nigga, I'm rich.
I rather use a Mind Stone because I could just make myself rich by fucking with other people when they in the mind. But that's just me.
I can use time and like go get rich and keep myself young forever.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
all I
you could
want it
do-
for. I
you
ain't
could-
trying to change shit.
I kind of feel like this is just an easy route though, but because
Oh,
again,
yeah.
you're still gonna end up altering reality though with the time stone. It's just
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I'm pregnant. No, you're not. Time's
this guy.
God.
I do have one other theory.
Go
I
ahead.
do have
Go ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think I have a feeling that, of course, we are assume that Captain America is gonna die in the next one, or one of them, him or
Well,
Tony.
okay,
And so,
I feel you would know. It's
But also
gonna be-
because the
listen,
actor,
let me finish,
said
let
that he
me
didn't want to
finish,
go.
let me
That's
finish.
why. That's why.
Yeah.
Let me finish. I think they might go back to Vormir somehow to try to get the Soul Stone or Gamora, whatever. One of them two going to have to sacrifice themselves. I think it'd be Captain America, because we all know how he is.
No, it's gonna be Cap because Chris Evans don't want to play Cap no more.
He didn't say he didn't want to. He says
No,
"Nah."
he only.
No, wait.
has-
He said because I've seen the interview. He said we'll see if I come back. He didn't say I didn't want to. He said we'll see if I come back.
Man, he needs to come back, bro. He can't fit no other role than
It'll
Cap.
just be-
Why
it'll
would
be
you-
a few years.
Why would you? I don't care. Why would you want to
He
get
gonna
that
die.
movie?
Eventually,
Why
you
would
get
you
to that
die?
point where you just don't want to do it. We don't
Yeah,
understand.
dude,
We don't
think about it.
understand, but
I want
that's
that
how it
movie
is.
to go
I mean, I feel that. I
remember.
feel that, no man. I feel that, but that's just how it is.
I want
But
that
he
money, bro.
definitely he did say he said, I mean, like, he didn't say he didn't want to play, but he said, it's ending, so we'll see if he come back. But I think he will die.
They're gonna find a way to finally, like, just lay him to rest. I do agree to
Yeah,
there.
'cause
They're
I
gonna
know
end
how
up
to in the
going
comics.
right.
Well, yeah, dies and Bucky.
Yeah,
Anyway,
then somebody else
I have
in Captain America.
I have
Go ahead.
another theory. This is a really far out theory. So you know how what is it? Since Black Panther and Spider-Man both died,
Right.
we're sticking to the comics. What if, since they already introduced a possibility of Miles Morales, what if he comes in?
I don't think so, because Spider-Man
Nah.
Homecoming 2 is
Yeah, it's
about
a different-
Peter,
yeah,
and they
it's
said
a
it takes
different,
minutes after Infinity
See, that's the
War.
thing. We know that these movies have already been
Yeah,
announced.
that's,
You know they have to
that's
come
why
back
I was
somehow.
mad about that.
That's why getting
Like,
kind
in
of
the
spoiled
theater,
it.
Yeah,
So,
I already knew about
think about it like
Guardians,
too,
so.
right? Like that is the Soul Stone, so like maybe they're not dead. The soul's just trapped somewhere.
Well, yeah,
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying with
Right.
the
That's
one
what
of the theories.
Yeah.
That's like that's the main theory going around. Everybody that died from the snap is reversible, but everybody before and after the snap is dead for
Right.
good.
So that would mean, all right. So let's go back to what we thought about Vision. So Vision died twice.
Vision's dead, bro.
Oh, Vision, no, he's dead because he happened before the snap.
So
Yeah.
what did Sherry do
twice,
then? What
No,
was
she
the
might
thing?
download his AI.
Yeah, she might have
probably downloaded
I
Jarvis.
Remember that was just a
Right,
shell.
down
So
with
Vision
Jarvis,
was
right,
just
yeah.
a shell. Like
Yeah.
Now
all,
you
like,
can't
Vision was just a shell,
you
right?
can't you can't self-manufacture any of the stones, can you?
No.
No,
No,
I think she
but they were trying to
downloaded
get
Jarvis.
into.
She got
downloaded
his AI.
Jarvis
She
back.
downloaded. No, she got his
Jarvis,
AI.
Yeah,
His
I
AI.
feel like she downloaded Jarvis back. Yeah.
I just said that.
So then Iron Man would make another little.
Yeah, all he need. Yeah, 'cause remember the Vision actually the model unit. That,
Kinda
that
like
body
Ultron.
was just a unit. It was just a husk, pretty much.
Maybe make a super strong ass AI
Right.
like Ultron sort of, and yeah, because
Yeah,
Ultron can do work too.
Ultron.
He wasn't no bitch. They kind of debuffed him a little bit in Age of Ultron, but nah, he was doing work. So I mean, yeah, a lot of these theories, man. I feel like this was definitely good conversation. I wish these bozos would have talked about it. They ain't talked about none of the theory. That's what I want to really
what
talk
time
about.
was it in the morning, bro?
Right. I was like, man, y'all
Yeah.
sitting up there not want to
It
talk,
at 2
but
o'clock, finished about 3 o'clock, and it was like, I'm tired.
I like, nah, we got to have a real conversation of what we think gonna come up next. So I like all these theories. I definitely like what theory y'all
What do y'all
gave me.
feel about
I'm playing Miles Morales. I'm
about
on
Zeri? What do y'all feel about Zeri becoming the next Black Panther? No,
Not happening.
Nah.
so that happened in the
They
comics
never had a
though.
female black. They never had a female Black Panther, did they?
No,
did.
No, they have.
They
They
do.
have. They
It's not
have.
happening right now.
Yeah,
though.
if you saw in the Vision when they show all of the previous Black Panthers, it was a woman in there.
Oh,
It
was
was
a
just
woman in there.
yeah,
Right,
it was
right.
just it was kind of hard to miss.
Now there was a rumor that,
Poison Mist, sorry.
they wanted to make just one Black Panther movie, but then the success of it kind of like
yeah, absolutely,
forced their
yes.
hands to make a part 2. So maybe they really wanted to kill him off in this one, and it
I
just
don't think they wanted to.
But
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
but that's what I was saying though, Siggy. I was like y'all could have easily just had one Black Panther, and then there would obviously be people that were mad, but like y'all could have really left it at that. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think the success of it was like, I mean, this is what the number 3 movie all time, already.
Yeah.
No, it's number 1 right now. Oh, all
No, I'm
time.
talking
The
about-
Marvel
No,
all
all
time.
time.
Yeah, it's number 3 now. I broke the
Number-
Titanic.
yeah.
But what I was
Yeah,
saying,
so-
man, I was like, when they killed Black Panther, I was like, damn, y'all only gave us 2 months though, so it ain't Wakanda
Right.
forever. It's Wakanda for 2 months, dog. Y'all really played us, so I was like, I would like it
I
say
know,
the saying.
Gigi, I know how you feel.
Yeah,
I just
say the
found out
saying,
I'm
wo-
African, and it hurts me very.
instead of saying Wakanda forever, now you got to say Jabari forever because
Jabari
M'Baku's
forever.
still alive, dog. So it's Jabari forever. He finally get his wish. He could be the new king. He just not gonna have the power to Black Panther because all the shit's gonna burn it all.
Now, you did say that you think that before the finger snap that they might be different, which I mean, Gamora
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I
I
mean
think that
Gamora,
too.
I think
Loki.
she-
Everybody been saying,
But then with
pre-snap,
the
they are
Soul
dead.
Stone theory might actually make it where we could, easily.
Let's take
You can bring everybody else back, yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how far the time stone goes back to. Like, I mean, how far I can actually go back in time. So
Right.
That's why I think they had
Loki
to do
is
a
definitely
Day of Future
dead.
Past. Captain
definitely
Marvel might
dead.
try to do something in the 90s to try to prevent all this. I don't know.
No. I don't think so. It's just telling her story.
Nah,
if
they
they
can't.
tie
Mark Gregor
Deadpool, if they tie Deadpool into it, you can. We got Cable who travels from the past as well.
Also true.
Which is funny because
I don't
Cable
want
is
that
Thanos.
They not
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh, it is. He's the
Yeah.
voice, right?
Yeah, he's the same actor. Yeah.
It is. Huh?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he doing 2 at once, right? So again,
So we'll see,
another.
because Cable can travel.
And Deadpool's gonna make a joke about it too, like, "All right, man, you should read that."
Oh, yeah,
What
he's
you playing
definitely
today?
So dark.
Yeah, so
I feel
yeah,
like we
man.
gotta see what happens with Captain Marvel come out, because she's the
The
of the
key.
characters
Badass.
of the characters in the Marvel universe, she's like the most, besides the one above all and shit like that.
Mhm.
She that good? She that powerful? She that?
Apparently-
apparently,
yeah.
supposed to be the main one.
Yeah.
I think she's like the only person in the MCU that has binary, and for those who don't know, that's just like cosmic presence, like you understand cosmic energies. So
Right.
you can't. There's nothing past that. Like the
Yeah,
only
she
people
basically turns
above
into the
her-
Phoenix, right?
Mm.
Wait, if that's the case, then she doesn't need Nick. She probably doesn't even need Nick. I won't say Nick Cannon. Nick Fury's pager. Then she
No,
probably
she was sent away. She's there for like the oh shit button.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
You
like
know,
the
Yeah, she's like, we need help. Like, you know, the
like
Avengers,
DEFCON
they
1 type
created
shit.
that.
Everybody's
Right,
gone, and
exactly.
yeah, they couldn't get it
Did
done.
he said DEFCON 5 or red? He said red alert when it happened, right? Remember?
Yeah. No, he said code red. He said
Code red. Yeah, so yeah, same thing. Code red. So that's exactly what he ran into because he felt something. I guess he probably felt it too, like something's happening to him. So he heard him grab.
As soon as he seen that helicopter crash, he's like, "Oh, okay."
Right. Yeah, he like something going down.
So was
Right to the
there
building,
anybody that you think was a surprise that they are still alive? I think Rhodes to me was the one. I thought for sure that they could just kill him.
I thought Rose was definitely gonna die.
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was it. For him.
I thought him and Rocket Raccoon were both gonna go. If it was like if you gonna keep everybody else from the first wave of Marvel movies, or like they kind of just seem like kind of insignificant in that
I'm
particular
actually
point.
surprised that like Doctor Strange got taken, bro.
Yeah, because Doctor Strange is like a god tier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he
pretty much
was
God
God
tier.
tier.
So,
But again, if our theory is correct that Thanos could
Mhm.
like choose who he wanted to keep or not, then that's
Mhm.
why. Because
if he had premeditated who he wanted to take out,
yeah.
But in that case, then why he didn't take out Thor? And Thor's like, a
but they
major threat to
said,
him.
but y'all said it was random. So again, I don't know.
Right, yeah, because Thor's a major threat to him. He would think he would
Yeah.
want to take him out,
Right.
Because he was damn near killed his ass.
Exactly. Or he wanted to test them. Like I said,
Yeah,
it could be
sure.
it could be so
He-
many different theories, man.
Right.
Bro, that face he made, that nigga was dead ass surprised, dog.
Yeah, he's that axe hit him. He's
When
like,
he
oh,
had the axe, bro, he was,
yeah,
he was,
but you know
he
he had
was
to make it
dead.
look badass. He said, man, you should have aimed for the head, bro.
Mhm. So,
Then just to recap that right before the end, yeah, he did have the gauntlet still.
He did, right? I told you, yeah.
Yeah, he
You saw a
did.
scene? Did you see a scene or something like that?
Yeah, I just saw right now. They didn't show it, but they had the outline. You could tell.
Yeah, he still had. That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
Even in that, like right before before you see the scene of him watching the sunrise, yeah, he didn't have it on because he was like in some kind of like different I guess
that was like it looked like a soul
yeah.
realm. It literally
Yeah,
looked like
it
a
was
soul
realm.
realm.
It was
so.
like a different realm. So
Yeah.
then he shoots back to reality. I'm like, yo, he still got that gauntlet because it was destroyed after he snapped the thing. You see it on his
Yeah,
hand, it's still
He
destroyed.
got all black.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
one because he actually makes it to where he activated it still to make him
Yeah.
disappear from there.
They make him make him disappear after that, right?
Yeah,
Well, that is true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he still had it.
So man, it's
Well,
gonna
maybe
be
the
some stuff,
gauntlet's
man.
broken, but he can still just use the
Yeah,
individual.
it just needed
Yeah,
he needed the
so-
gauntlet to contain the power of whatever the power for whatever he needed to do.
So
Yeah,
he probably used the space stone
Yeah.
at that point. or
just to get
whatever.
away. Yeah, just
Yeah, that's what he did use space on to teleport after that.
Yeah, he
Yep.
did. Yeah, he did. So yeah, it's a lot, man. Definitely let us know what your theories are as well in the chat, because I would like to hear some stuff that I probably haven't heard before. Let's get to our final scores before we get up out of here. So starting with King Killjoy, what do you rate Infinity War out of 10?
I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but they killed too many people I fuck with, so I gotta give it.
But-
nah, it's
but
definitely
you-
like a 10. Like the movie itself is a 10 out of 10. I think they're doing very well setting up future movies and everything, and it is really unfortunate that we really gotta wait a year for this next movie.
At least
Hey,
it's a
bro,
year and not
I'm
2 years, though.
Yeah, at least it's just a year. Sometimes these movies go
You gotta
3
give time
years.
to pace it. You
Yeah.
don't want them to pull a Justice League, bro.
Yeah, nah, true.
You don't
Yeah.
want you don't want how Star Wars used to be back in the days. 3 years for movies.
Yeah, so that, like I said, we'll see what ends up happening. Nomad, what do you give Infinity War?
I give it a 9.
A 9. Okay. So Killjoy, did you said you giving a 9 too? Because they killed too many people.
I was just messing around. Nah, I give it a 10.
You get a 10.
got
Okay. All right, 10 out of 10. Okay. All right, real deal.
Well, yeah, man. I can't give it a 10, but I can give it a 9.6 maybe. I'm
9.6.
That's
Bro,
serious.
that's a 10.
I'm sorry, but I got
Let's do solid numbers.
only.
Straight
I'm
numbers,
gonna
straight
see it.
numbers,
I'm
1
gonna
to
see it again tomorrow, but it's
Hey, look,
definitely
it's-
probably the best one. I
I
think.
got finals week, so we rounding numbers up here. All right?
Man, shut up. Look, I'm just saying, look. Thor, Thor's an MVP here. Tony, Peter, all that stuff. Red Skull, the story was great. Just about everybody had their moment. So,
Benicio del Toro.
and I've been waiting for so long. It paid off really well. So
Okay. So we got a 9.6 from Real Deal.
Got
Siggy.
IGN score.
It's a 10, and I love that they weren't afraid to have the bad guy win the first one, because everybody knows this is why they split it in two. You got the shock
you
out
know,
the
yeah.
way, and it's gonna be fixed at the end. So something's gonna be to where everybody has a happy ending. But in this first part of the movie, it was awesome. So I gave it a 10 because they weren't afraid to go there. That's what I like about it.
you're right. Yeah, it actually is a 10 because it was the darkest one.
Nope, staying by my 9.
It was the darkest one, so you got a point. I had to give it that.
You say you can't make up your own decisions?
I can, but I was like, I forgot one thing. I was like, they surprised me multiple times. So
9.
It's a 10.
Okay. All right, Waka.
I'm gonna give it a 9. Like it was good and all,
Yeah,
but nothing perfect.
missing something.
Yeah, they're missing that. Like that,
It's a 10, but it's still not perfect.
I was, I was just surprised Thanos got on the stones. I thought they were gonna split like he gets 3 stones in this one or 4, and then the rest in the next one. They fucking pulled up, bro. That nigga got everything just 0 to 100 real quick. So I like that. That pacing was dope. It didn't feel like a fucking 2.5, 3 hour movie, dog. Like that shit went by so quick, dog.
It did. It really did.
It really did. I'll give Infinity War a 9 as well. I'm really no, I'm not giving it. I'll give it a 9. I will give it a 9, just because I was like, damn, did y'all have to make it so obvious that y'all killed off the entire second wave? I really wasn't feeling that. I was like, damn, like could y'all at least split it up a little bit? And then of course, like with the rumors, apparently with like people's contracts ending or them not wanting to play certain characters. And also add the fact that we know 2 movies that are coming, actually 4 movies that are coming up, and we're trying to figure out how they're going to play into the next Infinity War. I just have so many more questions. It's okay, but I'll give it a 9 just because of that. But overall, a very, very good movie. I just wish that we wouldn't have seen the X-Men on that page instead of Captain Marvel.
Film. We call this a film.
Whatever movie, film. It's whatever. I give it a 9, but thoroughly enjoyable movie. One of my favorite Marvel movies, definitely of all time. And
I just want to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
I wish Ethos was here. I want to hear his opinion. Cause
no, you don't want to.
I failed that. No, I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear it.
I do want to hear it, but I don't want to go super deep into.
Bro, if Ethos was here, we'd be here for another fucking 3 hours, nigga.
This is true. This is true. He said it was mad because he already knew what was going to happen. I'm like, I understand that. But I want to see him explain. No, he's talking about because of comic books. He's talking because of comic books. Like he knew, and I knew too. I just didn't know
comic book reading nerds.
I didn't know exactly how he was going, like how they were going to implement it in the film. That was it.
Right. Well, I mean, the finger snap that was from the comics.
Yeah. All this stuff.
I didn't even know. I didn't even think it would happen.
Like I'm not a comic book reader either, but just again doing a little research and what I already knew about Thanos. Like I knew that he was going to body niggas. Like that was a given. It was just who. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
I just
didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I didn't know who all was going to die, and they killed off a lot of characters. At least for now, unless the theories hold true. But we know at least 2 people that are not dead.
I wish they wouldn't announce the sequels to like Spider-Man and Black Panther. Well, Black Panther, even if they didn't release the sequel, there was going to be another one fucking basically money.
Right.
But like, I wish they didn't release like the confirmation for like Guardians and all that shit, because like it would have actually had like when I was in the theater, I was like, oh well, the Guardians are gone. Gonna be back because it's on 3 announced already. The same with Spider-Man. So like,
it would have had way more impact on those deaths to a lot of people. So that's again why I kind of just gotta give it a slight knock. So that's what I thought. So again, man, this has been going on 2 hours. So we definitely talked about this for 2 hours. So I think Black Panther was definitely 2 hours. I don't know exactly the length, but it was definitely 2 hours as well when y'all did that because I wasn't a part of that one. But again, this is like kind of standard when we have everybody together talking about it, because theirs was like what they did for Infinity War was like an hour and 11 minutes, so not as long. But again, with us talking about the theories and stuff, we got way more in depth. So this is the Infinity War review that y'all deserved.
The real deal.
Yeah,
shut up, nigga.
This guy. So again, I hope all of you all enjoyed our review on Infinity War. Again, if you want to participate in videos like this, like King Killjoy, Real Deal, and Waka, please consider pledging to the Patreon, as you can get access to videos like this. Also get access to our Patreon Discord, get access to a raffle for a free AAA game and a free indie game every month, be a part of GI Radio, and much more that will be coming up. Again, we appreciate everybody that supports GI. Huge shout out to Nomad and Siggy for being able to join in on our second opinion on Infinity War. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, what are you doing? Like, go watch the movie.
If you haven't seen the movie, what are you doing
at the beginning?
No, there are some people. No. There are some people that want to spoil it for themselves. I've seen it. And I'm like, why do you do this? Yeah.
Nah, you don't want to do it, man. They were like, I was in a movie theater that had like recliners, and like I was sitting like.
Hey, hold on, what movie theater you been at, bro?
Oh, I do that all the
Movie
time,
tab,
bro. I go to AMC. They got the reclining chairs.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
for
so
real?
preview.
All serves food.
I did
and all
the
that.
Right,
RPA
yeah. The
movie
studio.
one.
I got
Yeah,
Studio
we got
Movie
one
Grill.
also. We got
Yeah,
one
Studio
also
Movie
called,
Grill serves food.
Oh,
Cinnabar.
The
That's
Studio
serving
Movie Grill, there
food.
you
That's
go,
that. That's that uppity
Oh,
shit.
that's
I
three
don't know,
movie
like,
girls.
Now,
that's
Studio
uppity
Movie Grills and shit.
Yeah, it is the shit, dog. It's expensive, but it's the shit.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
uppity. Yo, I saw that one time. It was like $50 for a steak. Got it.
I
It's
ain't-
a steak.
yeah,
Nah,
it
it
is a
wasn't
steak, but
It wasn't $50.
yeah, I don't know what type of steak that was. But in any case,
Look, man, we going on too long. You
I
want me
know,
close it out for
no.
you, Jay?
Last
Let me close it out
thought.
for you,
No,
Jay.
I got it. Last thoughts. For real, like, what are y'all doing? If you haven't seen one Marvel movie, again, I feel sorry for you, but why do people still get up after the credits? Come on, man. Can y'all please sit in y'all damn seat? Y'all
Bro.
making everything weird and stuff for you getting up. And I'm like,
Yo,
what
I
the
was-
hell are y'all doing, man? People
I
still
saw
do
this
that.
joint in Japan, dog. Nobody got up until after this, bro. Literally, everybody was in their seats. Were like, oh, we got to see what the end credits say. Literally, everybody. Not
Yeah.
one person.
It's like we be
Would you-
chilling.
what-
I get on my phone and like look up stuff, and until I see the
Yeah.
end credit. I don't know. People still get up. People got up in my theater.
Was anybody
Yeah,
upset that it was
yeah,
just one in credit?
Nah, I was
I
happy
expect them.
it was just
was
one.
gonna do. I expect them to was gonna do one because the movie was so big.
Yeah, after the emotional roller coaster,
That's
I
true.
knew it was only going to be one.
Yeah,
So
I'm glad it was only one.
there was definitely
me
no
too,
need for two.
me too. But in any case, man, let's wrap this up. We out, and thank you. Peace.
Bye, niggas.
Later.
It was